Well, hello. Here we are. My apologies. I'm running a little behind today. That happens sometimes when I get preoccupied with other things. Trying a minimal setup today, different lighting effects. I don't know. I might have to add some more. I just thought I'd try a very minimal setup today to see how it worked. And yeah, so far, so good. Yeah, I was getting some noise on one of the channels there. It's turned off, so I shouldn't hear anything. Let's see. Yeah, the other mic's working too. Good. Excellent. All right, so I'm just chilling here in the pub by myself. I got a pint. Let me just get that in front of me there. I got a pint, and I've got a burger that was just delivered to me a second ago. So I'll give you cheers. Oh, that's good. Let me just adjust my camera angle here. Yeah, playing around a little bit with some new gear. And how's that look? I don't know. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. I'm just trying to get myself sort of centered up in the frame here. That should be good. How does that look? All right. Hey, how's it going? So I've got my burger. A very tasty burger, I might add. Although I'm gonna jettison the pickles. They're 86 the pickles, I guess. I don't like pickles. Does that make me weird? I just don't like them. Never have. I think when I was an infant, I ate them, but I haven't eaten them in probably 40 years, unless by accident, like never intentionally, you know. So, here we go. Let's get this first bite in. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. So we're going for a mellow afternoon, sort of a Thanksgiving thing. I don't know who's going to show up, if anybody. I just thought, let's just do this for fun. If anybody can join in, great. And if not, no worries. I'm just going to put a link here in the chat. Anybody wants to join, you are welcome to click on that link and join the conversation. All right. So, how's everybody doing? Me? Not too bad. A little bit tired. But all in all, I'm doing okay. I'm getting notifications here that something went wrong, but it looks like we're still broadcasting. Yeah, we're still broadcasting. So, and yeah, I've got some new lights here. So seems to have, I'm looking at a different monitor, and it looks better on that monitor than it does on this one. But this monitor might need a tune-up. I don't know where the buttons are. It's not bright enough. I got to brighten up this monitor. I don't know where the buttons are. There we go. It doesn't do anything for you, but it does for me. So that's what I needed. It wasn't bright enough. I could barely see myself. And you don't want to have a monitor where you're not visible. Okay. So yeah, Saturday afternoon in the pub, Thanksgiving weekend. And I'm hoping that a couple people can stop in either right here to the pub. You're welcome to do so, or pop in online. Did I put the link in the chat? I thought I did. Is it there? I don't see it. Hang on. It didn't show up. Weird. Okay, let's try that again. I will send it now. There we go. There. Now it's in the chat. So you can, if you want to join the conversation, feel free. Burger and a beer on a Saturday afternoon in the Lieutenant's Pump at beautiful downtown Ottawa at 361 Elgin Street. Thanking our podcast founding sponsors, of course, the Peppermaster, the Miss V Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing, and CanadianPsychic.ca, I believe it is. I gotta check that, man. I keep getting it wrong. And that is not cool. Is it loud enough? Is the volume good? I can't tell. Checking my monitors, and it looks good on this end. Hopefully it's acceptable for you there. There we go. Get the old mic flag up in there. trying to get this thing adjusted properly. I've spent this morning. Took Lola out for a nice long walk, and then started to get everything together. And like I said, I got some new lighting effects that it came as one of those deals where it's buy this get this free sort of thing. So I thought, well, what the hell? Let's give it a go. So I ordered these lights, and they're quite large, actually. They're very large. They almost do the trick, just the two of them alone. So all my other lights I'm going to keep, and I'll keep in my mobile studio kit. But I think I'll just travel with these as well, because it's just two things. They plug in easy. I'm using less cables, less equipment. Less is more in this instance. That being said, it's just less time for me to connect things up. A little bit of setup for the lights, but I don't need as many cables. It's I'm liking this so far. Oh, awesome. Uncover at your parents for Thanksgiving. I'll be heading over to my folks' place tomorrow. Pardon me while I take a bite from my tasty burger. That is a very tasty burger. So, hopefully Mr. Beaver can join me later. I know he's got his rehearsal, and he's got friends and family from out of town. Maybe just family. I don't know. Anyway, he's got a full house right now, too. So it's not exactly easiest time for him at the moment. Rehearsal, house full of people, trying to jump online for a little bit to do one of these. It takes a bit. I'm very relaxed. Surprisingly so, considering the fact that, I did start a little bit later than I planned, and I apologize for that. I had a couple of technical glitches on my end that I had to fix and get her up and operational. Things seem to be working at an acceptable level, I think. Am I in focus? Should be in focus. Should be autofocus. Yeah, it's autofocus. Yeah, there we go. That should be good. I could turn on the HDR, but I don't like what it looks like. I've turned it on, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Some people love the HDR. Oh, well, here, let me turn it on. Watch this. No, I don't care for that. I don't like that at all. I think it looks very strange myself. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's too much. Still too much. How's that? There we go. That's better. Yeah, so here we are playing around with things, trying to make the image look a little bit better while I try and keep you folks entertained. Don't know who's going to pop in, if anybody, or how much of an audience we'll have. It was kind of a last-minute decision, so we'll see. I did hear a good story, though, earlier yesterday. When did I hear this story? I don't remember when I heard this story, but it's kind of a funny story. I heard it from a nursing student, and I don't think this will be the last time this will happen. So this young woman, nursing student, studying at Ottawa U here. Ottawa U? Is it Ottawa or Carleton? I don't know. There's a nursing program at one of these schools. Anyway, they were dealing with this one patient who, he's an older gentleman. I think he's in his late 70s, kind of grumpy. He has a few health issues and severe depression. So he's in the hospital, and this nursing student is coming in to give him a sponge bath. So she begins the sponge bath, as one does. And at some point during this, she's starting to get towards the nether regions, and he says, "Hey, don't forget the head." She says, "Yeah, I'll get to that. Don't worry." So she proceeded to slowly get to that and started to wash that part of his anatomy in his nether regions. And he says, No, I meant the head of the bed. Don't forget to put it down. Something tells me that's going to happen more than once in her career if she decides to stick with nursing. I think it's pretty funny myself. Yeah. Oh. So, what do we got here? Let's just I'm going to share this link with a couple of other folks so that we can get maybe some people want to join in. I meant to send this off to Twitter to invite a few other people, but I just got preoccupied, which, sometimes I do that. Let's see, I'll just open up my thing here and I'll send it off to a couple other people if anybody wants to join. It's, like I said, this is sort of a last minute thing. I did talk about it in advance, but not way in advance. So I don't expect a ton of people to join. But if anybody wants to, you're certainly welcome to. It's PubCast Day. So anybody out there using a Mac, because I'm using a Mac, and they just updated the most recent version of the OS, and it's odd. There's a lot of changes. Some of them I do not like. I have to go looking for software before it was just two pages, and now it's this big long thing I've got to stream through, which is a pain in the butt. But there you go, just sending out this link to a few people and see if anybody joins. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It's no biggie. Always a good time either way. And there's somebody that I wanted to send this to, and I don't know where they went. Oh my goodness, I seem to have, there they are. Wow, this, I should bring a separate mouse because I find that, excuse me one second. I find the little keyboard mouse trackpad not very good. It's better than nothing, but I think I should just start bringing a separate mouse altogether because it would make it a lot easier. Anyway. Are we still going? What's going on here? I got some weird thing going on with my image. I don't know what it is. Let's see here. Okay, that's good. Still working. I just don't know why things have gone so sideways on me. Oh, that's fine. I can live with it. So fairly mellow Saturday afternoon. Warmed up a little bit. It was very cold this morning. Last night it wasn't too bad, but yesterday morning it was absolutely freezing. It was -3 when I took low out. -3 in October is cold when you consider just a few days ago it was 30. So that's a tough pill to swallow, to say the least. So yeah, eating a burger, drinking a beer, hanging out in the pub on a Saturday afternoon. Not a bad way. It's quiet here today, though. There's not a ton of people, surprisingly. I guess it was quite busy last night because a lot of students are home for Thanksgiving, so you're going to expect to see bigger crowds everywhere this weekend of younger people, which is fine. So what, Business has got to turn a profit, and bringing people in through the door is how it's done. So I don't know what time. I'll send a text to Mr. Beaver. I don't know what time he's free. He said he was going to try and join at some point. What is going on here? There we go. I'm just going to ask him live. I'll just say live. Join if, when you can. Hopefully he can join in. So, of course, this is a day when we do not talk about politics because, well, it was a very strange week. I'm sure some of you experienced what we did. Hang on. So satisfying. Banana Ball Champion Finals tonight. The party animals versus the firefighters. Firefighters have a beaver mascot. Huh. So it's the Jays and the Mariners on Sunday, I think. If anybody was caught that game last night, Detroit and Seattle, I didn't see the game. I was in bed early. I was quite tired, but hoping to catch the game tomorrow for sure. I think it starts at... What time does it start? I don't even know. I'll have to check and see. I'm not sure. Let's see. Jays game. It is game 1 tomorrow at 8 p.m. So that's good. That's a good time. I actually, yeah, not bad at all. Just talking with Army Chris. He'd like to join, but he's on his way to the football game for a chili cook-off. So, yeah, he should be having some fun today. Great day for a chili cook-off for sure. What do we got here? All right. So, you don't watch baseball, Elaine? Well, you don't have to. I mean, I'm excited. I've been a Jays fan since 1977. So, you know, literally, I wasn't at the game, of course, but I've been following them since the beginning. And for a little while, I stopped watching, right after that strike in the early 90s when it looked like the Expos were going to win everything. I stopped watching for a couple of years, as did most of Canada. That strike really did a lot of damage to the game in this country, and even minor baseball leagues suffered as a result. And it's never fully recovered. Now, the Jays, if they win the World Series, that might help baseball in general in this country, and I hope it does because it's a game I love. It's a game. I don't know if it's a sport, but it's a game anyway. Onion skin. Yeah, I know y'all eager to see me eat a burger and drink a beer, right? The idea behind this was just as it is a Thanksgiving weekend. I thought we hadn't done a PubCast last month because schedules just wouldn't allow for it. And this month isn't looking great either. So I thought, why not? Why not do something this weekend? It is the long weekend, so there's no pressure, and I can chill out on a Saturday afternoon. Mr. Beaver can join us when he gets an opportunity to do so. I sent him a message. Hopefully he'll join in. Send out links to other folks if they wanted to pop in for a bit. It's just a mellow afternoon. Nothing pressing, nothing important. Just hang out with each other and chat and shoot the shit. And, that's the idea behind it. It's what it's always been about. It's just come in and have a conversation and talk about what we find interesting. Right now, I'm interested in this beer. It's very tasty. It's called Brewski, locally brewed. It's the house brand. It has hints of, it's a little citrusy, but it's got a slight hint of hop to it, but not IPA hoppy, not punch you in the face hoppy, but just enough to let you know it's there. I quite like it, and it's only $8 a pint. It's the cheapest beer in the house, so not bad. Although it is funny to say, only $8 a pint. I remember when it was a lot less than that. I mean, let's face it, you want to go out now for an evening for dinner as a couple, so you're looking at $120, right? Unless you can find a place that has a 2-for-1 special or something like that. But $75 is the cheapest date we've been able to go on. Because we don't, when we go out for dinner, it's usually we're not having anything to drink, just having a nice meal. Although that being said, I might have a non-alcoholic beer, and that's the same price as a regular beer. So, It does add up. That's what I wanted to do. Send a link to a buddy so that he can join in and see if he can join in. I'll send a link to a friend, buddy out west, see if he can join for a bit. I have to do it on my phone, though, because I don't have WhatsApp on this computer. I didn't put it on this computer because I didn't want it, as this computer is used pretty much for this and not much else. So broadcasting the show, editing, that sort of thing. This is my podcasting Mac. And it works great. Who's kidding who? It works like a charm. So, yeah. Come on, machine. Why is it not? Oh, it should be connecting there. Come on. Very strange. Sometimes technology, as you know, doesn't work for us very well. Even though we've come a long way and we've gotten so much better at being able to do. I mean, look, 20 years ago, doing what we're doing right now was a pipe dream. I mean, the technology 20 years ago, we're going back to 2005, it really wasn't quite there yet. You could have done something, for sure, but it wouldn't be as good as this. The audio interface wasn't there. The webcams weren't as good. 20 years ago, you're looking at paying thousands of dollars to do what we do now that you can literally do with a laptop and at the very least, an external USB mic. A lot of laptop cameras are good enough these days to put something together. I mean, this, of course, we use extra outboard 4K cameras and lighting, and of course, an outboard soundboard, and it's just trying to deliver the best product we can to you. But you can do a great deal with very little these days, which is what I think is amazing. Well, this just doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. So, there, maybe it will work now. I don't know. Yeah, the tech isn't teching. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Oh, there we go. Awesome. So there we go. That's great. Awesome. Wicked cool. I'm going to see if I can add my buddy. I'll just send him the link and see if he can join in for a little bit, because I think it'd be good to have somebody else in. Let's see if I can. There we go. Let's just send it. Join in if you like. Excellent. Mm-hmm. There we go. So, yeah. Here's to Saturday afternoon in the pub. It's really mellow. There's no music back here. Air conditioners are off, obviously. Don't hear any heating. It's very comfortable today. And these lights, I do like them a lot. They fold up very small into a little compact thing, but they're pretty big beasts, actually. I'll take a photo and I can give you an idea here of what I'm looking at. Here we go. You'll get to see how the sausage is made, as the saying goes. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So what I'll do is I'll just I'll pull that from my file and share it with you here, so you get an idea of what I'm looking at. I suppose I could turn the camera around, but it's just going to go right into the light because it's directly in front of the light. I'm just very chill right now, which is pretty cool, actually. I'm not going to lie. What is this? Yes, I did that. I know that. Wow, all these notifications just showing up in my feed. It's very annoying sometimes, you know that? I can look at that later. Hang on a second here. So I'm going to try and load this photo up for you if I can. There we go. It should have backed up. Maybe it hasn't backed up yet. Oh, there it is. Cool. It's already backed up. Awesome. I'll show you what we're looking at here. These are the new lighting effects that I have. And this is what I'm looking at. There you go. That's what I'm staring at. So, yeah. Kind of cool. They work quite well, and I'm quite happy with them so far. So, what's going on with that machine? I got all these things popping up on my screen. I have no idea why. It's very annoying. What is going on with this machine? There we go. That's better. That is better. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes, very better. Very better. Very much more better. Okay, I know this is not the most exciting show in the world. I was hoping to have a few folks join me in person, one or two. Don't know if anybody could. Again, this was very last minute, so, if anybody can make it, great. If not, it's not the end of the world. I'll just sit here and hang out for a bit. I don't think I shouldn't be dripping on my keyboard. That's probably very bad for it. So, anybody got big plans for Thanksgiving? You gonna get together with family, friends? What's the dealio? I did pick up some more wireless gear for microphones, so that I'm planning to do. No, it's tentative. I still have another channel I'm trying to launch. I just can't get all the content together right now. It's in the works, but trying to get it all together and assembled and then loaded up. I want to have several hours of content available so that when I launch the channel, it's there. I wanted to launch it in June, but things kind of got away from me. But I'm going to compile it over the next couple of weeks and then try and get the channel launched by December 1st, if I can make it happen. I've got some friends who are going to help me out. They're going to come with me for restaurant reviews, and we'll talk about drinks and food and some cool places to hang out in the eastern end of Ontario, Ottawa, Gatineau, Hull. I know Gatineau and Hull are basically different things, believe it or not. Even though it's all called Gatineau, Hull is the older section, the first part, which is directly across the river. And I happen to love it over there. I don't get over as much as I want to anymore because, I don't have a car. So it's a little bit more effort to get to Hull these days, or Gatineau for that matter. But, when the opportunity arises, I'll certainly take it and head on over and just chill out. I love going to Wakefield for the day. If you've never been and you live in this area, I strongly recommend a day's trip out to Wakefield. Preferably a weekend. It's kind of like a hippie commune, but not. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. You just have to go to experience it. It's a small community, but there's tons of bars, restaurants, live entertainment, live music, I think, in pretty much every establishment for the most part. And it's a beautiful area. It's like 30 minutes from here. Cross the bridge, just drive along, and then boom, the last exit takes you right into Wakefield. Anybody who knows Wakefield knows what I'm talking about. If you've never had the pleasure, strongly recommend that you do so. It's a good time. And of course, like I said, with the new channel, which I hope to launch by December 1st, I should have restaurant reviews, drinks reviews, some scenery shots, some drone shots. And I also have, like I said, I picked up some new wireless gear so that I could do some more man on the street type of interviews, if you will. I've got a rig for the camera, and there's all kinds of stuff I'm working on. It's just getting it all together, finding the time to do it with my new schedule, and getting my body adjusted to the new schedule, which it's been It's been a challenge. I'm not going to lie. I'm not complaining, but trying to get used to being up every day at 4 a.m. is it's not easy. I don't think you ever really do get used to it. And what you do find is that when you get home from work, first thing I've got to do is take Ms. Lola out. And then, of course, it's like after that, get her fed. And then I need to lie down for 30 or 40 minutes because I'm tired. So next thing you know, it's like 5 o'clock. I'm like, and then you go to bed at 9:30. So, you know, yes, the Black Sheep did reopen recently, and it's an awesome spot. Legendary live music venue in the Ottawa Valley, in Wakefield, of course, but it's part of the Ottawa Valley, right along the Gatineau River. Buddy of mine's got a gig over there soon. I was hoping to get over there to see it, but I don't know if I can or not. Sorry, I need a bite of my burger before it gets too cold here. So sláinte, which is, I guess, Irish for cheers or something to that effect. I really don't know, honestly. We have a cracking good time. Yeah, anywho. The plan is to launch December 1st. Review of restaurants, entertainment venues, bars, looking at food and drink. The Ottawa Valley mostly, up and down the valley in eastern Ontario, western Quebec, areas that I want to visit and shoot some video and get some content created. It's just a matter of scheduling things. And of course, I have to rent a vehicle each time I do it. So it can be, there's costs involved with that. So, considering I've just started to get back on my feet recently, it's kind of difficult to go out and pursue all these little extracurriculars, if you will, because it's, expensive, as any endeavor is. Oh, that's good. I have a birthday party I have to go to next weekend, and I had mentioned sort of a tongue-in-cheek comment about, hey, you want me to bring my PA system and my projector? We can, I'll bring a couple of wireless mics. We can have karaoke and dancing. Yes, please. Oh, shit. Now I'm on the hook for that. I'm okay with it. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward. It's my buddy's 70th birthday, so it should be a good time. We'll I'll bring out a projector and some gear and PA system. We can have some dancing. Maybe I'll bring a mixing console, like a DJ console, so we can spin some tunes, do some dancing, and have some karaoke. Karaoke is always fun. It's funny who you'll see some people get up who can't sing and have the best time of their life. Other folks who can really sing and are so self-conscious that they didn't hit the right note, or they didn't do this, or they didn't do that, and feel like they were terrible. And the rest of us are just sitting there going like, it's a good time either way. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, getting mustard everywhere. It's funny. I ordered my food and drink. The drink showed up, and like 30 seconds later, the burger showed up. I'm like, wow, they mustn't have been too busy in the kitchen at the time. They brought brunch back here, so during on the weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, it's usually pretty busy for brunch. But brunch shuts off, I think, at 1 or 2. I can't remember exactly. So a lot of people have already taken off at that point. So it's not super busy at the moment. And it's only college ball on today. I imagine they do have a big Thanksgiving dinner here on Sundays and Mondays. It's $24.95 for turkey and trimmings and all that, and usually there's good turnout for that. But with the Jays game on, probably going to be quite busy tomorrow night. So I think I'll come over and watch it because I don't have cable. I know I can get it on a feed, but that's not as much fun as watching it with a group of people in a pub, Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera. I don't know why that's doing that. It shouldn't be. It's on a separate tripod. Oh, I see. Sorry, it's touching the table. There we go. Yeah, if I bumped the table, the camera shook because the tripod was shaking. The tripod was touching the table, so it would shake. So I apologize if you thought we were having an earthquake. We weren't. It was just my ineptitude. And that happens. Let's see here. What do we got? I do have a cute video. If I can find it here, I want to share it with you. I did put it up on the Twitter. There's some pictures. Oh, here we go. Is this it? I think this is it. I don't know if it's going to play or not, though. It's Lola telling me she wants out. It's quite adorable, actually. Let's see if I can get it to load up. Come on, Lola. Yeah, there it is. It just won't load up for me. Sometimes I find that the Wi-Fi here, thankfully we're allowed to broadcast a show. It doesn't block us from live streaming the show out, but it doesn't always let us play other video. And I don't know what the bandwidth limitations are here. But I look on the separate monitor of the live feed and it doesn't look too bad at all. So whatever the Wi-Fi is, it's fairly decent, but it doesn't always let me play all the things I want to. So if I was trying to show you a separate video in the background, it might not really work out that way. Because it's trying to load one up and it's just not loading for some reason. So, oh well, it happens. It's not the end of the world. It's quite all right. What is this? Oh, huh. Huh. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to make sense of something there that just popped up on the feed. It's political, so we won't be discussing it. It's nothing if it was earth-shattering and breaking news, I would talk to you about it, but that's not the case. So I'm not going to bring it up. It's not that important. And I don't even know if Mr. Beaver will cover it next week, to be honest with you. It's just really not that important. So those of you who are fans of the beautiful game, I think the Ottawa Atletico is playing this afternoon. Let's see. Ottawa Atletico. Oh no, it's tomorrow. Sorry, it's tomorrow at 3. Yes, tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow at 3. Yeah, my buddy said I can't use my tickets. He, recommended it. He said, if you want my tickets, and I'm like, no, and for some reason I thought it was today, but no, it's tomorrow. I said, yeah, I can't go because I'm going to be at my family's for Thanksgiving. So, and it starts when dinner is scheduled. Dinner scheduled. We're having dinner at 4, but I have to be there for 3. So, I don't think I can go to the football match tomorrow. But the Ottawa Atletico, they're second place, I guess, right now in the Canadian Premier League. They are 3 points behind the Forge, who I don't know where's the Forge? Yeah, okay. I don't know where they're from though. Anybody know where the Forge is? It says Calgary versus the Forge. Calvary? Yeah, I don't know who the Forge is. Anyway, Atletico are in second place. There's a 3-point differential separating them. And it looks like, so Forge has played one more match. So their record is almost identical with the exception of the additional match. It's 15, 10, and 2 for the Forge. And for Atletico, it's 14, 10, and 2. And they play game 15 tomorrow. So there you go. That's a little sports update for you, in case you didn't know. Now you know. I know you were waiting. I know you were excited and waiting for that, of course. But I got a bunch of neighbors here that were at the front of the pub just sitting down having a beer. So I said hello for a few minutes, but told them I couldn't join them because this, right? Not this. This. But yeah, just hanging out, having a beer, doing nothing special. I have mustard on my face. Feels like it. I got to plug this other set of headphones in here. I do have another mic set up if somebody wants to join. So, yeah, it's all ready to go. Just get another bite of my burger here. Well, when you're done rehearsal, sir, I'll be here for a bit. If you can make it, great. If not, no worries. Not a big deal. It's really super cash this weekend, you know? Thanksgiving and all. Oh, boy. I did send out invite to a few folks who I was hoping could make it, but I don't know. I think I sent it too late, so I understand everybody has busy lives, so it's no big deal. I might have to run up to the... oh, shit, really? Damn. Well, that sucks. I was a big fan. Diane Keaton passed away. She was 79. That's a bummer. I really like Diane Keaton. If you've never seen As Good as It Gets, or is it Something's Gotta Give? There were two back-to-back Jack Nicholson films. As Good as It Gets, I think, is the one I'm thinking of with Diane Keaton. Something's Gotta Give was with Helen Hunt, if memory serves. But Diane Keaton was brilliant in that film, and it's one of my favorite movies. Keanu Reeves is actually in it, too. He has a bit part. He plays a love interest of Diane Keaton at some point in the film. If you've not seen the movie, you got to see it. It's brilliant. I saw it in the theater. It's got to be over 20 years old now, when I think about it. Was she, do you know if she was ill? Because I have no idea. I have no idea most of the time about anything. Sorry. It's getting a little chilly in here, so I thought I'd put my hat on. I won't wear it for the rest of the day. For a couple minutes just to warm up. I'd worked up quite the sweat earlier, putting a list together. And oh, you're a dancing beaver. What time do you think you'll be finished? I'm talking to Mr. Beaver here, and he's in the chat. If you're finished at a decent hour, you can hop on when you get a chance. I mean, I only started here at like 20 after 2. I started late. I wanted to start at 2, but life gets in the way. Oh, yes. Hey, Mr. Beaver. More gear. More gear. All right. There we go. That's a wool felt hat, so it doesn't take long to warm up. Believe me. It's not like I was freezing. When you don't have any hair and you shave your head every day like I do, you can get cold easily. Let's see here. I'm just going to see what I can find out about that, because I really like Diane Keaton. There's an article from People. She dies at 79. I didn't know. Was she ill? Families ask for privacy. They don't give us much. It's wild that she was on my mind because I just watched The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2 just about a week or so ago because they're on currently on Netflix, and I hadn't seen them in some time, but I'd never seen them in 4K widescreen. So that's how long ago it was the last time I watched The Godfather. So yeah, I don't know if she was ill or what happened. I didn't. Huh. Well, that's sad because I really liked her work, and she was so funny. And as she got older, I thought her skill as an actor improved. In all honesty, I appreciate her work when she was very young, of course, but and she's gotten more seasoned as an actor. I appreciated her work that much more. Let's see here. I want to look up her Wikipedia page, see what it says. That's fine. See what it says here about. I'm trying to remember the name of that movie. Where's her filmography? They usually have it listed on Wikipedia. Let's see if I can find that. I'm trying to get the right name of that film for you. I can't remember what it was. Okay, here we go. Wow, she made a lot of movies. Something's Gotta Give. Something's Gotta Give. That's the one. That's good. That was in 2003. That's 22 years ago. Huh. Yeah, 22 years ago. So, how old was she at the time? 20 years ago, she would have been 59. She's 57 at the time. That's how old I am right now. Holy crap. How's that for a realization? Huh. Yeah, Swanky Frankie. It's just a PubCast, solo event. Hopefully, Mr. Beaver can join later remotely. He's at rehearsal right now for I think Guys and Dolls is the play he's appearing in, if memory serves. I believe it's Guys and Dolls. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cindy McCain recovering in Arizona after a mid-stroke. Was she the spouse of the late John McCain, Senator John McCain? I assume. I would guess that would be the case. First Wives Club was a brilliant film. It really was. Something's Got to Give, I think, is my favorite Diane Keaton film, though. It really is. I love that movie. I've watched it so many times. I remember seeing it in the theater, and I went on the recommendation of my friend's parents who said, just go and see it. You're going to love it. It's hilarious. And it was hilarious. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm just looking up some stuff here about the film. The budget for the film was $80 million in 2023. I think the bulk of that went to the two. Well, I mean, you had Diane Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves wasn't quite as big a star then as he is now. Like when, well, maybe, yeah, no, the Matrix films had already been out. So yeah, maybe that's where most of the money went, was to those three. I don't know what they get paid, but I would assume that, of course, yeah, for 80 million, that would be their advertising budget as well, and incorporated into that. But grossed 266 million at the box office, so it made money, $80 million, and there's no special effects. Wow, it was a could you call it a human interest, comedic human interest story? I guess you could call it that. Kind of what it was. If you've never seen it, look it up. I don't know if it is on a streaming service or not. I think it is because I watched it not too long ago. I just can't remember which streaming service. You'd have to put it in the Googler. Okay, Swanky Frankie. $38 for a turkey at the soup. That's pretty good, actually. How big is the turkey is the question, though. What are we talking? 12 pounds, 15 pounds? How big is the turkey? At $38, though, that's turkeys. I mean, that's not outrageous. I don't think they got gouged on that. Last time I think I bought one, I paid about $33 or $34, and that was a number of years ago. So, yeah, I think you did okay on that one, sir. Anybody want to chime in? Let me know what they paid for their turkey. My Mom's providing dinner tomorrow, so I don't know what it's costing. And she's ordering it in. She's like, no, I'm not cooking anymore. I'm like, no, I hear you. I understand. She goes, no, not cooking turkey dinner anymore. No, it's too much work. I'm not doing it. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I understand. I've cooked many a Thanksgiving and Christmas turkey, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work and a lot of time. And most people, I don't stress about it because, I worked as a sous chef when I was younger. So I cook it and you like it or you don't like it. I can't control that. So I learned to let go of that when I was young, thankfully. I don't stress about cooking. I never did. I don't say that I don't get stressed about making sure that I've got everything prepped and ready and it goes in the oven at this time so it'll be ready at that time. There's a little bit of anxiety about that for sure because I want to make sure that, when I say, okay, dinner's going to be served at such and such an hour, show up at 5, dinner will be served at 8, and we'll have cocktails and appetizers before that so that, at 8 o'clock we sit down and we'll have a proper, these are arbitrary numbers, of course, but you get the idea. So yeah, I'd be stressed that I made sure I had the timing right so that everything would be ready on time. But that's the only stress I ever had. $300 all in? Yeah, that's a lot of money. Turkey, I think, isn't that expensive though, Frankie. $38 for turkey. I think that's pretty good. The rest of it, though, holy Hannah! Like how much potatoes, how much peas, carrots, corn. You make your own gravy, or did you buy gravy? What's the dealio? That's $300. That's gonna be some leftovers. So for the next 3 weeks, with turkey sandwiches. Yes. Let's see if I can find an interlude for you while I am. I have to get up and trying to find an interlude that I can provide you with while I get up and go order another beer and go to the toilet. But none of the interludes seem to be working. I had some video interludes that I wanted to show, but I can't seem to get them to function. Alas, it happens. No worries. I'll figure something out. I always do. Interesting. Amphibians. FIFA against fascism. Okay, that's funny. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. What is this? This is interesting. The UK government outlaws free drink refills on hot chocolate, mocha, and Coca-Cola. I guess it's got if true, I would assume it's because the amount of sugar that children are consuming. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Diane Keaton. What a shame. That's sad. I don't know what if there's a lot of tributes pouring in for her though on the Twitter at the moment. She was a beloved actor, so it's understandable. I like I said, I always appreciated her work, and as she got older, as she got more seasoned, I know people somehow hate the word older, but we all do if we're lucky. If we get older, it's not everybody gets the opportunity to grow old. Many people pass away much too young. There's always going to be the comment, though, Diane Keaton dead at 79, gone too soon. Well, 79 is respectable, I guess, but you think, okay, Diane Keaton, a beloved actor, who did good in this world and brought joy and happiness to millions, did a bunch of charity work, too. I can't give you the details thereof, but I do recall she did a bunch of charity work. And she dies at 79, and yet the Orange Menace, who is the same age. Sorry. I don't want to get political. We're not going to do that. Oh, Kicking Horse Coffee, yes. I have a bag of Kicking Horse coffee that my mom brought over. She goes, I don't really like this. Do you like it? I'm like, yes, I do, Mom. That's expensive coffee. And it's expensive. It's really good. You know what? You want to know another one that's really good, Frankie? If you get a chance, if you can find it. It's not super easy to find, but I've had it and I really enjoyed it. Is birch bark coffee, which is an indigenous coffee roaster. That's all I know. But birch bark coffee, I had some a couple of years back, and I was like, oh my god, I had a bag of it. It was given to me at some event I was at, and it was in the grab bag. Like we all got little swag bags, and that was one of the things that was in there was a sample of that, along with the O2 soap that I fell in love with, which is made in Calgary. It's from carbon capture, and the soap is your skin just is the best. It's the best soap I've ever had, but it's not cheap, and they don't sell it locally, so I have to order it on Amazon. And you got to order like 10 or 12 bars at a time, and they're usually about $8 a bar. So it's not cheap, you know. But birch bark coffee, check it out. I think you might you might enjoy it. I really like the Kicking Horse myself. I do, and occasionally I can get it on sale just up the street here at the Zesty Market, Zesty Mart, I should say. They you know they're kind of like a Dollarama in the sense that what comes and goes. They don't always carry the same lines, but they get a bulk buy on a product and they'll get it at a really good deal. And I remember one night I was out of coffee completely. So I thought, oh, I'll just go up and I'll just pick up a bag. I know it's going to cost what it costs. And I ended up paying $12 for a bag of coffee of Kicking Horse, which is normally $18, $19. So I got a good deal. I was like, holy crap. It was a very good deal. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get that machine to work for me. For some reason, it just doesn't want to do what I'm asking it to do. Let's see if I can make this work. No, won't work. Yeah, there's certain sites blocked on the Wi-Fi here to prevent people from, well, eating up all the bandwidth. Number one, and number two, you don't want people listening to music streaming services or video streaming services on free Wi-Fi. And bandwidth costs money, and most places that have a public Wi-Fi, they tend to block. And then this, I can run YouTube. It just takes a few minutes before it gets through. It's not blocked per se, but it has roadblocks in front of it, so it's slow to respond. It does eventually work, but it's a little bit slower. Yes, Linda, you are correct. Canadians do make good things. I had a conversation the other day about the possibility that, and I don't want to get political here, but it's an interesting conversation. The F-35 fighter jet that we're purchasing, and I think we're on the hook for 12 or 16. I can't remember what the number is. And then we were committed to more after that, but apparently that commitment might not follow through on it. And the rumor is we're looking at the Gripen, which is it's manufactured by Saab in Sweden. And they said, well, we'll help you set up your factories so you can build it in Canada and modify it accordingly with our people. We'll work with you, which is really appealing because we could restart, I should say, our aeronautical industry in this country. However, the consideration here is it necessarily going to be needed? I mean, you look at modern warfare and terrible thing, but fighter jets aren't being used. Drones are. Jet drones and copter drones. It's drone warfare now. So should we spend this money on this? It's not up to me to say. I just thought it was interesting. Now, maybe when it comes to air defense of the country, you would want fighter jets to be able to scramble at any point in time. But if you're going into battle, you might use drones in that instance. I don't know. Anyway, it's an interesting topic that I don't have nearly enough knowledge about to make a fair statement on. And again, this is a PubCast. It's talking about everything but that. So there we go. If anybody wants to join, I'll put the link in the chat again. And let me just, where is it? Oh, there we are. I'll just add the link. And if anybody wants to come in and hang out with us for a little bit, you can you can join on camera, or you can just join in the audio. You don't even have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. But if you want to join in studio, you're welcome to do so. And the link is right there now. You can just click on that. It'll bring you right into the green room, and then I'll just turn on the camera for you, and we can shoot the stuff. The breeze? Shoot the breeze. Shoot the breeze. Yeah. That's a better thing to say. The job's going good, Frankie. Thanks for asking. Some days are quieter than others. Uh, some days are busy. That's just how it is. But I like the gig, and I like the folks that I'm working with, so it's good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't launch any video. It's just blocking me altogether right now. I can do it on my phone, but what's the point of that? But yeah, the job is good. I like it. I like the people I work with. The commute's easy. It's, you know, it's short, one train ride, about 30 minutes worth of walking, which is fine. But the we're in the office for 6 a.m. Our team, and I I don't have an issue with that. The only thing is because I have to walk Lola, so it's like I get up at 4, shower, shave, grab a cup of coffee, out the door at 4:30, back at 5, get Lola fed, sit with her on the couch for 15 minutes, out the door at 5:15, walk over, catch the 5:35 train. I'm in the office for about 10 to 6. Make a cup of coffee, sit down in front of the keyboard, and get started. And that's my morning. And it's taken some getting used to. I must be near the 3 month period because I started July 21st, so I must be getting there. I don't know. I haven't paid that much attention. I'm almost there. I'll start getting benefits shortly thereafter. I just got a notification the other day. You need to sign up for I think it's some company plan for the health benefits, the drug plan, and other options that are available to me. I do know that I have every quarter. There's a lot of options available to me, money saving things, incentives to join certain gyms where I get discounts and I get money that goes towards that. Purchases, I get $100 a quarter towards like athletic gear, running shoes, whatever you have. I put it towards that. At $400 a year, I get towards that, along with a few other things. So yeah, um, yeah, I was. It was, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Frank. I appreciate that. It was. I'll put that on the screen for anybody who's wondering what I'm talking about. If you're listening, or just don't know. He says, right on, bud. I remember 2 months back how depressed you were and thinking you weren't going to score a gig. See what determination offers, brother. Yeah, and I agree with you. It was a stressful time period, right? I didn't know. I had offers come my way, but they were like, in some cases, almost half of what I earned last year. I'm like, no. I can't. I can't do that. You're going the wrong way, folks. I'm getting older. You need to pay me more money because you're paying for my knowledge, my wisdom, and my experience. Wisdom is, but that's what you pay for when you hire me. So to offer me a joke, and I did, and I talked to some of my coworkers, and I said, yeah, these were, and they said, yeah, we've seen those. It's ridiculous. I'm like, what are they thinking they're going to get? I'm like, I can get it, hiring somebody who's right out of school, who has absolutely no experience, who's never worked in the field. You should still pay them more than that because they're offering terrible wages. But their take on it is, well, people are desperate for work. I'm like, yeah, you got it all wrong. Anyway, things are going well for me. I'm happy, and the money's good. Yeah, I mean, you can always use a little bit more, right? But I don't have to worry when I go grocery shopping now. I don't have to do the math in my head to calculate how much can I spend versus how much. And I did that for a while, quite a while actually. Having to every time I went to the store, and as you're loading stuff in your cart, you're adding up in your head, and like, oh, I got to put that back. And now I just go and get what I need, and I don't think about it, which means I'm not poor anymore. I finally joined the middle class. And it's weird to get paid pay all your bills, put some money into saving, put a little bit in an investment, and still have enough money left over to keep you very satisfied until the next payday. You're not stressing about anything. Like literally, I have no stress. Now I'm like, okay, we got to plan a vacation. I want to take Bridget somewhere. So something I'm looking at. When probably sometime in the new year we might just take off for a week and go south or something. I don't know. I don't know, but I definitely need to take a vacation. I haven't had one in a while. Uh, we were up in Yellowknife for a week. We had 2 days to ourselves, and the rest of the time we were working. So we did have a couple of nice days, and that was wonderful. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a vacation; it was a working trip, which was great, and I loved it. And I love going on working trips because you do get to do a little bit of touristy stuff, but still. Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, I need a vacation. I haven't last 2024. I took 3 weeks off and spent 2 weeks in Calgary with my buddy, and then a week here at home getting some stuff done around the house and hanging out with Lola before I went back to work. And I was back to work for 3 weeks, and then I was laid off. Then I was off for almost a year. Everybody goes, "Oh, all that free time," and I'm like, "Well, I wanted to get back to. I wanted, I was going to enjoy the rest of the summer." Because I was let go on the 31st of July. So I thought I'd enjoy August, but I'd be looking for something, and hopefully I could land something by September. And my severance could be just pay this bill, pay that bill, throw a bunch into savings. That's not what happened. So it took a while, but I got here. I guess I should be thankful for the fact that I was able to hang on. It was it was getting scary, and quite frankly, just as I had my EI had run out completely. And a week later, I got my first pay. Oh, 2 weeks later, sorry, it was 2 weeks, yeah. So I was stretched pretty thin, and that first pay was only 1 week's work. So the second pay helped me get a little bit better, and the third pay, and now I'm at a point where I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm still living as frugally as I did when I was unemployed because I want to get some debts paid, and I want to get some money saved, and it's not difficult to live this way. It's the difference is I don't have to worry about my next pay because I know that I got money in my account, and that's peace of mind I've not had in a long time. So it's wonderful. It really is, and I hope that anybody out there that was going through what I was going through, that you're able to get the lucky break that I did, and hopefully you can get back on that earning train, and you don't have to struggle because it sucks to struggle. It really does. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to see a man about a horse, and I'm going to order a beer. But I'm trying to see if I can get you something to play in the background while I'm stepping away for a second or two. And it doesn't seem to me like I can get us a feed going because none of the yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see if I can do that. I might be able to. Yeah, I'm sure my device can handle it. Come on. Hang on a second here. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, I think I can. I think I can load up something for you here. Yeah, if I can find the right thing, I can have a video play while I step away for a moment or two. But it doesn't look like I have. I thought I had something loaded here. Maybe I don't. Oh, there's something. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna show something when I don't know what it is. I mean, my goodness. Let's go down here and check out this. What have we got? I suppose I could show that. Just looking to fill the air while I step away for a moment. And it's, 1 second. Let's try this. I don't know. This is a video that I had a long time ago. I'll see if it can work. And yeah, it seems to be. Oh, well, I guess not. No worries. Well, I will step away for just a moment. I won't be long, I promise you. I'll be right back. And in the meantime, you can enjoy some. Oh, I don't know. I don't even have anything I could play for you. Oh, wait, what do we got? And what seasoning should we use for the rich when we decide we're going to eat them?
Something bitter.
Oh, there we go. I do believe the day of reckoning is coming, and I mean that sincerely. Now, is it going to be an uprising with pitchforks and torches? No, I'll be back. Won't be that. But the day of reckoning is coming. How it's going to appear in the 21st century in 2023 or 2024, I don't know. But the day of reckoning is coming because they've been literally pissing on us for so long, and we've had it. And you know who's gonna do it?
Who?
It won't be Generation X, which is what I am, and it won't be the millennials. It's going to be Gen Z because they've been pissed on since birth. Not to mention the fact that their whole lives have been one constant struggle between one tragedy to the next. And that leads me to this little clip this little thing I'm gonna put on the screen here in just a second. And this is a paragraph written by a young girl in high school in the United States of America. And I apologize, I clipped the image and I forgot to pull up the name of the author. So this is unfortunately going to be uncredited in this sense, but this is what this young woman wrote. She's a young girl in high school. And I'm going to put this on the screen and I'll read it to you now. And it's about Shirley Jackson. A dystopian society is shown in Shirley Jackson's The Lottery. I'm going to pause on that for a second. You remember the short story, The Lottery? Many of us read it in school. I'll tell you about it after I read this. This is a society where people go into town to be stoned to death, providing they are chosen in the lottery. It isn't fair, it isn't right, Mrs. Hutchinson screamed, and then they were upon her. The lottery, the people justify this by saying it's tradition, but they never think of what they are truly doing. It is only when they or their family member is chosen that they see how unfair it truly is. This reflects on our society. Everyday students walk into school, sit in their classes, talk to their friends, but in the backs of all of our minds, we never feel truly safe. Since the first grade, the class of 2023 has seen an act of gun violence in schools every year. Yet, we still come to school every day and pretend not to be afraid. We pretend that we don't get scared when someone pops a chip bag in the lunchroom. We pretend not to notice Officer South scanning large crowds of people. We pretend that we're always at ease, but with the constant reminders that we see on the news, we never truly feel safe. It almost feels like the people in power don't want to protect children. They claim to be pro-life, but once that child is in school, they don't care if someone turns a place of learning into a shooting range. All right, we're back. Ryan joined for a second there, but I don't know what happened. I was going to bring him on in, but I don't know. He might have had a loss in the feed. I was just playing some older video there for you while I went to get a pint. If you're still there, Ryan, come on back in. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. That one, Linda? 2023, I think. Must have been 2023, back when I had the long beard. Yeah. I'm very chill. Hey, where's Dan? Dan was there a second ago, wasn't he? Hey, there you are, buddy. Anybody wants to join, I'll just put the link in. There you go. Click on that. Come on in. Join me for a beer. There we go. What have we got here? I heard somebody jump in. I don't know where they went. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's Dan. Okay. Well, let's see. We'll get you added in here. What's going on? Huh. I don't know what's going on, Dan. You should be added. I tried to add you. Hang on. Try it again. Huh. Weird. Let's try it. I don't know. Source hidden. Huh. That was weird. We can try it again, Dan. Give it another shot. I was saying the source was hidden for some reason. I don't know. Tech can be strange sometimes. But we should be good now. You want to try jumping in again? Very quiet, mellow afternoon. So yeah, you took you over a year too, agent Frankie. Find a good gig. It's not easy, and unemployment rates are climbing. And with the city of Ottawa, with the new government cutbacks coming, it's gonna hurt. The only department that's hiring right now, I think, is D&D. D&D and the Coast Guard, I believe, are the only two departments hiring. I could be wrong about that, but either way, we just adjust that. There we go. Hey, okay, we'll bring Ryan back in. Ryan's there. And I don't know what we're looking at there. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
How you doing?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know why my camera. Oh, wait, that's why. Hey, how are ya?
I'm good. You?
Good. Happy Turkey Day.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. You guys getting ready to do it up big tomorrow? Or?
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually making poultry stock.
Oh, nice.
That's why I saw your invite, and I'm like, you know what? I got a minute.
Cool.
I'm just making. I'm making stock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Douglas is he's in Kingston because he's rehearsing for a play, and I
Hmm.
thought we haven't done one of these in a while, and because my schedule has changed, so I can only appear every now and then on the morning show because I'm in the office at 6 a.m. now. So I thought, why don't I just do a Saturday afternoon at the pub for shits and
Yeah,
giggles and have people just drop in and say hi? Thanksgiving weekend and all, we
for sure.
hang out.
Yeah, it's good. How you been keeping? How's things?
I'm good. I'm good, actually. Really good. Job's good. Hours are tough because I get up every day at 4 a.m. So
That sucks. Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
that sucks. Like that's so bad.
I'm in
Do
bed at 9:30. Right.
they make a 4 in the morning now?
Well, yeah. Uh, it's because I have to be in the office at 6, and the way the schedule, I get up at 4, shower, shave, grab a cup of coffee, take Lola out for 30 minutes, and then sit with her for 15 before I head out the door to catch the train to get to the office. It's
Yeah.
only 30 minutes to get to and from work, but it's, if I didn't have to take care of Lola, right, that would
Yeah,
be easy.
I have the same commute from where
Yeah.
we are now. Like we've switched neighborhoods. Here, let me
Oh, yeah?
front. Yeah, I'm up front, so I'll give you we're
Oh, yeah.
we're now in beautiful Caledonia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at how green that grass is, though. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, look at that, eh?
That's
That
wild. It
nice.
almost looks like artificial turf. It's so green.
Yeah, it's we moved here last January, I guess it was. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and it was a good move,
Yeah.
I gotta say.
Nice. And you've got a new gig now, do you?
No, see, actually it's an old gig that was it's new again.
Right.
It's where I used to work, but they called me back, and just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. And I'm loving it. It's fantastic, but it's very time consuming, I should
Right.
say. So I don't have time for all. I it's my grown up job, as I call it, and I
Yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
time for the fun stuff anymore. So I
Yeah.
actually I literally sold my all my gear. Like I don't.
Really?
That's why I'm on this. Like I have no podcast gear left. It's all gone. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, yeah. I just knew I wouldn't have time for it. It was collecting dust. Why not try and recoup some of that cost? You
Yeah,
know?
I hear you. Because look, it all adds up, man. That stuff's expensive. It ain't cheap.
No, it's not. And it's Yeah, I miss it. Don't get me wrong. Like I ran into somebody today. It was funny. I was out getting stuff for shopping for like Thanksgiving dinner, like making stocks and doing all the prep today. And I ran into a friend, an old friend from the shows,
Oh yeah.
at the grocery store, and they were like, "Hey, like, haven't seen you on any shows lately." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm boring as hell now. I'm just acting like an adult." And
Yeah. What a drag it
yeah,
is getting older, right?
hmm hmm pretty much. Where's
Yeah.
your partner in crime?
Douglas.
Yeah,
He's in Kingston. He's rehearsing for a play today, so he might join online later. But he couldn't be here because it's plays in Kingston. So
gotcha.
yeah. He's in rehearsals for a few more weeks. So I just thought, well, we'll do what we can, and he can join for a little bit remotely when he gets a chance. But
Yeah, for sure.
it is what it is. Yeah.
You guys are good though. Everything's good. How's the True North Eager Beaver universe? Everything.
Well, good, growing. I think we're up to almost 27,000 subscribers now. So
Jesus Christ! Look at you guys.
yeah, well, it's taken some work,
That's
and it
awesome.
takes time. It takes time. We're going to be expanding a little bit more. Now that I've got more money coming in, I can invest in the promo thereof, so that helps.
Yeah,
And then I just recoup it from whatever money comes in,
yeah, for
recovering
sure.
costs. But trying to grow the channel takes time. We've been at it for 5 years now, and we've been doing this for 3. The YouTube. So
You
it's
know,
taking some time.
it's funny. You have more tenacity and more stick to itiveness than I do. Um, I made 9,000 different shows, and I didn't have the time to do what you guys do, and I'm actually kind of jealous, and I'm happy for you guys. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, thanks, man. Well,
Yeah,
it's a commitment. It really is. I miss that I can't do the morning show every morning every day, but I get to when I have like Monday, I can do the show because I have
yeah,
Monday off. When I have days off, I can do it. And we'll when we have interviews, we record something in the afternoon, so it'll show up the next day. And I've
good.
started to do a 6:30 p.m. on Fridays. I do like a week that was wrap up, just from my perspective, so I can still you know put in
Good.
my effort, put in my
Keep your
my
keep
two
your
cents.
keep your toe in the water. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, because it's like anything. Riding a bike, you remember how to do it, but the first time you get on it, after a little while, you might be a little bit shaky. So yeah, and Cover the News is
Yeah.
helping,
No.
creating clips for us as well, and doing a lot of footwork to help it get our message out there and let people know
Good.
who we are and what we're doing. So
Well, you know what, and that's the thing. Like, it's funny. I look at it. I look at it now, and I look at what we've done in the past and what we do now, and what you guys do now. And sorry, I'm just gonna get
yeah, no worries.
situated here. Um, you you're really carrying the weight for the rest of like us silent middle people that just don't give a shit anymore. Like, we just don't have the fucking time. We don't have the fucking. I don't have anything left in the tank to give
I
on
understand.
a lot of this stuff. But when I see that little alert come up on my phone every morning that you guys are live, it's like, at least somebody cares still. I just can't be that guy
Well,
anymore.
believe me, I fully understand because I have days like that too, where it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, no. Let's see if we can get Dan here. For some reason, his Dan's trying to join, but it's saying uh, source hidden. I don't know what that means.
That's
Uh,
pretty clandestine. Or sorry, it's very clandestine.
yeah, yeah. It just says source hidden. I don't know what that means. Participant names. I don't know. I don't know. It for some reason, Dan. It says on your thing, source hidden to show change non-video settings. I'm like, all right, so
Oh,
non-video settings, show
you
non-video. Oh, there it is. There's
yeah, there you go. Yeah, if somebody doesn't have video, you have to be able to. You have to. I know. Restream's a bitch.
it really
I
can
do
be.
still. By the way, I still do some production stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So last weekend, all the stuff to do with Gedfest with Lachlan,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
those videos are all me. Just so you
Oh,
guys know. I am still around. I don't face forward in the camera.
No.
But the Gedfest and big news, we're aiming for possibly 2026 or 2027. Gedfest may be expanding into Ontario.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and Ashley and I might be a big part of that. So
Cool.
keep your eyes open. But it's the Gord Downey Festival. It's yeah. I was always confused why Gedfest was a West thing, like
Yeah.
why it was in
Kingston.
Alberta and
Yeah.
why not Kingston? Exactly. I'll fucking live in Kingston for a month to get that going. I
Yeah.
don't care. You know?
Kingston's a great
So
town too, you know. So it's
salt of the earth fucking people
oh
in
yeah.
Kingston. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So yeah, it's crazy that it's not there, and we're trying. So we'll see. So if you want details, if you are watching from out west, check out Lachlan's Twitter feed. You'll see videos of what Gedfest is all about,
I
and
gotta reach
the
out to Lachlan.
charities. The charities that they actually fucking reach out to is insane. Like the amount of money that they procure for like brain cancer and stuff like
Mhm.
that is insane. So why wouldn't we bring it here? Bring it to the
No
market
kidding.
that will actually do that. So
Well, and
super stoked to be on board with them.
I think it would be heavily embraced here too,
Oh
right?
yeah,
I mean,
oh
come
for
on,
sure.
right? Like,
Anything gored in this province is
yeah,
sacred. Yeah,
really. I mean, realistically, it it should be a no brainer.
it's funny.
No pun
He's like what
intended.
he yeah he's one
No
of
pun
those
intended.
he's one of those he's one of those guys that even if you didn't love the Tragically Hip like I do, and I don't understand people that don't, but even if
Mhm.
you didn't, you'll never find somebody that'd be like, I hate the Tragically Hip. They're just like, I don't. I was just never a hip guy.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
was never anything negative. It was either neutral or positive. There was never the back end. So it's like, you
yeah.
know,
You know, and even people I'd met who were not fans of the music said, but that Gord Downey's a hell of a poet and a really good guy
yeah,
from what I know. I'm like, well, there you go, right? And it just I've been listening to so because I take the train every day, so I listen
yeah,
to audiobooks. It's a 15-minute
yeah.
walk to the train, and then the train, and then a 10-minute walk. So I listen to audiobooks. I just finished listening to recently Ozzy. I Am Ozzy, and now it's
That was
narrated by.
good.
It wasn't. It was great, but it wasn't Ozzy who narrates it
No.
because. But the guy did it in a Brummie accent. But right now I'm listening to My Effin' Life, Geddy Lee,
Hmm.
and I was a Rush freak growing up, right?
See, I
And
hate
listen,
Rush. I hate Rush with a passion, but I respect Rush. I don't, I will never, I will always change the channel, but I respect his cottage, like his house out in Millionaire's Bay is right around the corner from our family cottage. So
oh
we
yeah,
know, yeah, like we knew those guys. And the fact that they just announced that they're coming back out with a female drummer, like
yeah,
fuck, come on. They're gonna rock it so hard. It's gonna
yeah.
be so good.
Well, and people I know who again didn't like Rush always
Me.
said the same thing.
Yeah.
Great musicians though, like unbelievably talented musicians
100%.
and great
Respect the
guys.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just great guys. Like I don't
Yep.
think I've ever heard a bad thing about Geddy Lee, honestly.
Really. No, and that's a huge barometer for me when it comes to music
Yeah,
and like celebrity in general. Is like tell me a story that like and they pick five celebrities that you can name that don't have some sort of weird scandal.
right.
And it's always the Canadians that come out on top.
Always,
It is.
always.
The Ryan Reynolds, the Geddy Lees, the Gord Downeys, like those guys. Those are
Ryan
the guys
Gosling.
that always come out on top.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. They're just decent dudes, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
I totally agree.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward. So they're playing two shows in Toronto next year, and I'm like, well, if I can get a ticket, I will. But that's not going to be easy. And it's those are the only two Canadian dates they're playing. That's it.
Fucking
Two shows
pissed.
in Toronto.
I can't go see my guy Sir John or Sir Paul. Sorry, Sir Paul is
Oh,
here
oh
right
when?
now.
He's in.
I think it's this weekend actually, if I'm
He's in
not
Toronto.
mistaken. No, in Hamilton.
He's
So
playing Hamilton
yeah, so they revamped the
Coliseum.
Cops Coliseum, First Ontario Place. Now it's
Yeah,
something I don't even TD
yeah.
Coliseum
They're
I think it's
spending like
called.
$400-500 million on it, aren't they?
It's a friend of mine that I went to high school with that's heading that up, by the way. I'm
Oh,
fucking
right.
so stoked. I'm like
That's
so
crazy.
happy for him. It's the people that own Carmen's, the
Yeah,
Mercanti family. They're fantastic people. Um,
yeah, and they're giving back to the city with this one, right?
oh, huge. And they're the ones that are holding the bag too. So the city was like, finally, I used to work on city council, right? So I worked with and the biggest um, splinter in the thumb was, why are we in the entertainment business? Like, we need to get the fuck out of this business.
Right.
We are not like we're government. We're not. We need to sell it, right? And it has to be. And they did. So they did. They sold it off to First Ontario. First Ontario didn't do shit with it,
No, they sat on it.
which
Did nothing.
yeah, which kind of sucks.
They didn't.
So
They didn't put any money into the building either. I mean, it was
no,
falling apart.
no, and so the Mercanti clan, they said, you know what, we got this, and that's all they do is hospitality, right?
Hmm.
So it's like, damn, if you could have picked the right family in the right city in the right time, like all the stars aligned, and these guys just, I'm so excited for what that place is going to be
Hmm.
compared to what it, and don't get me wrong, it wasn't terrible. Like
No.
Ashley and I went to like Red Hot Chili Peppers not that long ago. We saw a great show there. It was fun. The it's just dated. It's so
It's
old and
old.
musty.
Old.
Yeah, and it was like it needed a revamp because look at what look like. I'm gonna go off on a rant here.
Yeah, it's
So
fine.
look at what happened with malls, like
Mhm.
shopping malls, right? So shopping malls are dying because of just it's the
Online.
time. Don't be nostalgic and sad. It's just we're progressing
It's
as a
changing.
society in a different way when it comes to commerce, right? So that's fine, but what do we do with these properties? So these malls are selling. Like Cadillac Fairview just sold our biggest mall in the city here
Hmm.
to a company that is actually revamping mall spaces as experience spaces.
Hmm.
So now there's a tattoo parlor in the mall. There's a pub that has live music in the mall. There might be a concert venue in that mall. There's a Tesla dealership. Don't get me wrong, fuck Elon
Yeah,
Musk,
Elon, yeah, yeah,
but regardless, we're shifting, and we need to keep up with that. You know what I mean? So I don't care. It's Tesla, whatever. It's still progress. It's
yeah.
moving
Oh,
to
yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like that company will be there long after fucking that Nazi is gone.
Oh, yeah.
So it's if we can get it on the ground floor and we can hold on to it and not I'm super, super stoked for what's happening in this city when it comes to
Well,
that kind of thing.
was it on what was the name of the mall right downtown? That's
Center
been,
Mall
yeah, it's been abandoned
or
for.
Jackson Square. Well, Jackson Square has kind of been abandoned. It's not, but it is. Like if
Well,
you
the other
walk
one,
through
it's
there.
been closed up and boarded up, and they put graffiti painting on the side of it. First Ontario or something, and I think it actually there was a theater in there. It's like a galleria type, 3 or 4 levels. I'd been in it.
Well, that was the old Center Mall. But
Yeah,
what they did was they did the new California style where
yeah,
it's not connected. It's just box stores altogether.
yeah.
And it's always packed. It's always full. Their food court is fire. I work down that way, so I always go there for lunch. It's awesome. We're just moving. Oh, sorry. Hamilton, Ontario is November 21st for McCartney.
Okay, so
So
you got some
yeah,
time.
I'm just yeah. But oh God, no, there is no time. There's no money. I can't fucking afford the ticket.
Yeah, what is it like
Like,
$400?
oh, I wish.
Oh,
Dude, like the cheapest fucking ticket I can find right now is $1,200.
oh no, 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 no. That's more than I pay in rent.
Right? $1,200 a piece. So if
Yeah.
Ashley and I wanted to go out and go see Paul McCartney, It's $2,500 for the night.
Dude, you
Like,
can go to London, England. You can go to fucking
I
Liverpool for
can go
less
sit
money.
outside of his house in fucking London for the same amount.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Wow.
yeah. Anyway, so what we're doing with malls here is it's transformative. It's kind of like ground floory things. I'm not an optimist. You know me. I'm not the
Mhm.
biggest optimist. But when it comes to stuff like this, and I see the opportunity and I see what they're doing with it, and I see how they're shifting and they're actually investing in that shift, I'm so stoked to see what comes there. They're talking about making it mixed use. There might be
Mhm.
residential in these malls
Which
now.
is great. I've seen a few
Fuck yeah.
malls. I've seen a few malls in some cities in the U.S. that have been converted to residential.
Hmm.
And it's been easy to do. It's easier to convert a shopping mall to residential than it is to convert an office building to residential.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because almost every store had maybe not a toilet, but it had almost every one of them had at
Plumbing.
least a sink. There was plumbing there, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
converting a storefront into a condo unit is not that difficult.
No. No.
It's
And it's
surprisingly easy compared to an office building, which you got to gut completely. And because plumbing is always central, right? So,
yeah.
office buildings they're not easy to convert to housing. They really are not. There was
No.
one here just across from where I used to work that they were going to convert it, and then they decided, no, it's too much to convert it. It's cheaper for us to take it apart floor by floor because they can't implode it because there's too many operational businesses around it. So they're going to take
Hmm.
it apart floor by floor and then build a new building in its place. It's cheaper to do that than it would have been to convert it. So
Yeah.
they're,
No.
they're adding
It's true.
like they're adding, I think, 10 more floors to it to justify and I'm like, it makes sense. But yeah, to convert an office tower, it's most of them are just not financially viable.
Yeah.
Not.
No, I agree. But it's exciting. It's fun to see.
Oh yeah.
I'd be happy to patronize something new because I like actually it's funny. We used to go out. We used to say it was our free entertainment. We would go out and just do people watching
Hmm.
and like just be like absolute pieces of shit, judging people as they were out just shopping. It was nothing personal. It was just like you're here, so we're going to talk
Yeah.
about you, right? And we all do it. I don't care what you say.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
here
yeah.
can,
We're all
yeah,
guilty. You just don't say
yeah.
it out loud. You say it.
You know,
It's an
yeah,
internal
yeah,
monologue,
exactly.
right?
We stay between the two of us like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
the side of our hut. Yeah,
We call them Bridget and I call them on the couch conversations,
yes,
right? Things
that's
we say
right.
to each other that we can't say outside of that
That
room.
that stay in the four walls.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And
So
everybody has that.
how
At least you should. I think.
I would hope, I would hope everybody was a piece of shit with their spouse, just to ensure that you keep the spark alive.
Well, you know,
How's that? How is Bridget? She good?
she's awesome. She started a new
Awesome.
job 4 weeks ago.
Very
'Cause
cool.
she had worked for herself for the last 25 years, and
Wow.
this past year had not been good. Not a lot of work coming in, and with the government, nobody's hiring, and they're not hiring contractors either. So she had an
Yeah.
opportunity at a gig, and I said, "This is perfect. You are so suited for this." So she had a bunch of friends recommend her for the job, and sure enough, I said, "No, babe, you got this." And she was all nervous, and I'm like, "You got this. I know it." She goes, "How do you know that?" And I go, "Same way I knew I had my job." She goes, "Really?" And I go, "I just knew." You know how you just know something? Sure
Oh
enough,
yeah.
she got the job, and she's loving it. She's loving it.
Good. Good
So
for
yeah,
her.
it's and she's like, she gets to work from home 3 days a week. Yeah,
Ooh. God damn.
yeah. So
God damn.
yeah, works well for her. She's in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, so she always swings by my place afterwards, right? Because we don't live together full time. Uh,
Yeah.
and I've had people say, "Why not?" And I go, "Well, there's a few different reasons. One, I I can't I can't move Lola, like literally. She well, and no, Bridget even recognizes this. It's like I've brought her over to Bridget's place, and after 4 hours, she starts to get really anxious
Wants
and
to go
pacey.
home.
Yeah, she's like, "This is not my home. I don't live here." She needs to go home, and this is her home, and it's her first solid home she's ever had.
It's
So, you know,
it's funny when you become the service animal for your animal.
yeah, you do. You do. Well, I'm like, it's her
See,
apartment. I just pay for it.
See, we're on the other side with Charlie Spaniels. Charlie Spaniels, if we bring him to grandma's house, he fucking goes to ground and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
puts his legs
I'm
out
not leaving.
when we try to take him home. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I live at grandma's now, guys. This is just how it is. And yeah,
But you've
it's
had him since he was a pup, right?
that's true. Yeah, you
Listen,
guys, you had Lola a
she
little
was
later, so
almost 3.5 when we got her,
yeah,
right? So
yeah. So
she'd
she
been in
wants that
multiple
stability.
homes. Yeah, she finally has it in her life, and she knows it. She knows it.
Yeah.
And she's territorial in the building. I get in the elevator, and if another dog wants to get in, I'm like, no, this is not a good idea. If
Not
she
today.
knows, if she knows the dog, it's fine. And
Yeah.
she's friends and they've played, it's fine. But there's a shepherd husky mix that when they see each other outside, they're fine. But if one's in the elevator and the other one's in the lobby, they're ready to tear each other apart.
No bueno.
Yeah, and the other dog, the fellow who owns I don't like to say owns, caretaker. How do you own a sentient living being, right? I just
You don't.
you don't you
You
don't.
don't.
I'm Lola's caretaker. Anyway, he says, "Oh, don't worry about it." I'm like, I'm not going to worry about it.
Guardian.
He goes, yeah,
Guardian.
guardian. And he's like,
Yeah.
no. He goes, some days dogs they just do what they do. They just do
Yeah.
what they do. And good guardians recognize that. They don't go,
100%.
"You're a terrible owner." It's like, no. First off, I don't own the dog. Number one, and number two, dogs. I can't control its emotions.
No. He's
Any
doing
more
what he
than I
wants
can
to
control
do.
yours. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So. And,
Yeah.
and every now and then I'll encounter somebody who should not have a dog.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's you yeah, that's a normal fucking encounter here too. Just so you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking, God, I hope they don't have children. Jesus Christ.
No kidding. No kidding. Isn't it funny though? Isn't it
Yeah.
funny when it comes to adopting a dog versus adopting a child? You can get a child easier than you can a dog. That tells you something. At
Yeah.
least the people that are caring for the dogs actually give a shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paul, it was great to see you.
Yeah. It's good to see you too, buddy. Thanks for popping by, man. Appreciate it.
For sure. It's been too long.
Yeah,
Pass my love off to Douglas. I haven't
will.
talked to him in a while.
I will.
And
I'm going to try and get down your way this autumn. I'm just trying to calculate timing and when I can do it. But I do want to get down your way, like probably to Toronto, which I realize it's not next door for you, but
it's close enough. It's close enough. We can always go for a pint.
Sounds good to me, buddy.
I drive an hour for a pint with you.
I'll drive 4 hours. How's that sound?
Yeah. Well, I'm always your way. Actually, I go to Montreal constantly for work. Right? Yeah, I'm in Montreal a lot.
Oh,
so
shit. Lucky
yeah,
bastard.
yeah. It's I'm not complaining. That's for
Montreal's
sure.
an amazing city.
On the food, the people.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
I don't want to live there though. I don't want to live there. I love Montreal.
It's just us, right? It's just us, just you and me talking right now. There's nobody watching or listening. Nobody. Okay, good. The women, holy fucking shit. I'm sorry. God damn. They make them. There's a different breed out in fucking Montreal, baby. Like,
well, the one thing there's a fella I was working with, and we were doing a job in Boucherville a bunch of years ago at the IKEA. So we're in Montreal for about a month.
I have a location in Boucherville, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. And so we had to work. We started at 10 o'clock at night, and we'd work till I don't know sometime, and we'd go back to the hotel, crash for a few hours, get up, and we'd go downtown and just sit on a patio and have coffee and lunch, and then go start work later.
Yeah.
Well, his head was just. I'm like, oh, you've never been to Montreal before. He goes, no. And he's like, the whole time. He's like, what? I go, oh, let me explain something to you about Montreal and the women that live there. Unlike Ontario, and I'll say Ontario as a whole.
You're making a drink with me right now.
Oh yeah. It was the. He goes, look, this woman is dressed up, and I go, she went to the store for a pack of cigarettes.
Yep.
Now in Ottawa or other parts of Ontario, hairs and rollers. They're in PJs and sandals, not slippers.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes that's hot too.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like in Montreal.
Oh, yeah.
No. Makeup and clothes has to be perfect before you leave the house, and that is a cultural thing. It's a Quebecois cultural thing. It's as simple as that.
Wild. It's wild because where I stay, like my head office, where I like my
Tito's? Is that
actual
Tito's?
what's it? No, it's Forty Creek.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Tito's handmade vodka.
No, I don't buy American stuff.
No, I don't either.
um, the where my head office is, it's right in Centerville. It's right in the island, right? Like right in the middle, smack dab. Fashion district's right behind. And my hotel, I always stay at the Novotel Montreal, and I'm
It's
telling
my
you, like if
favorite
it
hotel in Montreal.
100%, the fucking restaurant there slaps. The rooms are perfect, and
Yep.
it's very reasonably priced, right? So
That's my favorite. Well, that Novotel, and the second one would be the Alt in
the
Griffintown.
Alton, yeah, well that's the other side, right? So,
Yeah.
but the alt was I was there for. It was funny. We had a location in Varennes,
Hmm.
and I was staying at the alt for this like takeover. Like we bought this company. I was there to just train them on how to do, what we do. So it was during COVID time, like peak COVID time.
Oh shit.
So I get to the alt and I'm like, this is the coolest hotel I've ever fucking stayed in my life.
Yep.
It is so awesome. Like it was just so nice. But the problem, and it was right in that little mall, right? Like that
Hmm.
mall is all around it, and everything, everything was closed because of COVID. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to come back, and I haven't been back since. But I want to come back here when this is alive because I know this will be a scene.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just that. And a lot of people they bitch about like their work and I got to travel and this and that. It's like when I get to travel to places like that, leave me there.
Yeah.
Just leave me there. Pull the plug. I'm here. This is where I live now.
I'll be doing some traveling for work in the near future. They haven't told me where I'm going. I might have to go back to Yellowknife for a couple of days. That's
That's a
up in
cool
the air.
place to be.
I love Yellowknife. We
Isn't
were
it
there in
cool?
July. It
I
was
saw your videos of
what
you
did you?
guys
Yeah,
hanging out there. Yeah, yeah,
amazing,
yeah.
amazing cultural mix that I did not expect.
Really?
Oh my god! And I mean, what kind of food do you want? Any type of cuisine from around the world, it's in Yellowknife.
Very
And
good.
the best, and I shit you not when I say this, the best Indian food I've ever had in my life. And I've been to India. I've been to New Delhi. The best I ever had in my life was in Yellowknife. I shit you not.
You know what? You know what? Even diehard Indians that I've met here have told me that because I've been like I've always said the same thing like, oh, I want to go to the roots, and they're like, nah, the food's shit there. Stay here. Our food here is better than there. And I'm like, okay. And these are from actual like renowned
Yes,
chefs, and I'm like,
yes.
okay, if you're telling me that it's better here than it is in your homeland, I'll
All
believe
right,
you
I'll take your word
because
for it.
this whatever I'm eating right now is insane. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was
no, I
honestly.
don't I don't doubt that. Yeah, that's wild.
And we had this dessert from this Iranian fella, and we're talking, and I said, so how long you been here for? And he goes, 6 months. And I thought when I moved here, I'd be the only one. Turns out I'm not. There's only about 20 of us, but I expected to be the only Iranian here. And I'm like, how cool is that, right?
I
It's like,
follow this dude on TikTok that's an Iranian chef, and he makes the coolest food. And like it's, I always say, you know what? One of my things, and I'll close with this. How about this?
okay.
If people just, you know what? No matter what you do, screaming all day on Twitter, screaming all day on social media, watching fucking cable news, just button it up and go for a trip. Go and eat and
Hmm.
go and sit with the people that you are rallying against. You've never actually been on their turf.
Hmm.
Like right now, there's a huge. You see what's going on in Mexico right now with the cartel is like threatening Americans because of Cash Patel and everything else, and it's scary as hell.
Oh yeah.
So you watch these expats that are down there that are like, don't fuck this up for me. Like I came here and I am so happy here. I
Yeah.
love it, blah blah blah. Even if they had roots or they didn't have roots, go and sit at a table of somebody that you don't know or their culture you have no idea. You have no idea what you're about to eat. No idea. Close your fucking mouth. Close your fucking mouth. That's the biggest thing. I can close your mouth, shut the fuck up, and listen. And listen to what they have to say. Let them fucking feed you and eat their food. There's no cultural barrier smasher bigger than food, in my opinion.
You're absolutely right. That's what I
And
miss about Anthony Bourdain no longer being with us.
exactly.
His show opened up so many cultural avenues that nobody ever had before. And he did it through the thing that unites us all, food, because we all
100%.
got to eat.
We gotta eat. Exactly. We all eat. Just do it. Just go expect. I don't care if you have something your parents told you to hate these people. That's fine. Just go
Have a meal.
and put a fork in your mouth, and you
Mhm.
watch how quickly your heart will melt,
Mhm.
and you will get to have the stories. You talk to the people that are behind that food. There's the Bourdain said it best, actually. The road to world peace isn't barbecue, but it's a great start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a great start, and
Well,
it's true. He was right.
close your mouth and open your mind.
That's it. Yeah, and then the only time you should open your mouth is to put the food in
That's it.
and
Yeah.
listen and just
And listen.
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 And you'll find way more in common with those people than you will conflict.
Well,
More common, less conflict.
that's the thing. If you can find common ground with somebody, you can build from that.
Yeah,
Now,
hundred
I don't
percent.
think I'm going to find common ground with a Nazi at any point in time because I'm just not going to speak to a Nazi, period.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's and I've somebody, well, you should listen to the other side. And I go, the other side doesn't want many of my friends and family to exist. So no,
But
I'm not
you've had
engaging.
and this is funny because I've been there too. You've had evenings. You're a pub guy.
Mhm.
I'm a pub guy, and we're very personable people. We do talk to everybody. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't care who you are. I'll just chat with you.
Yeah.
And I've had nights where we've had a fantastic time. Like 10 out of 10, 10 bells, fucking great night.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the night, that guy that I've been fucking partying with says something absolutely stupid. And
And
it's
you're like,
like,
oh,
oh, that guy? Really? I didn't see that coming.
yeah. Yeah, that's
But
happened in a number of occasions. And you're like, oh,
but
jeez.
you'll notice though that happens only usually when you stop interacting with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. It's almost like we're a salve, we're a balm
Mhm.
for these people. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's like, let me soothe that burn, that fucking stupid burn that you have. That means it bases in no reality whatsoever. If we could just, like, I love watching those videos of like ex-Klan guys
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
going and meeting with people and realizing and having that come to Jesus moment
Mhm.
and going, oh shit, you know what? I was wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking tell your friends then. Yeah,
Go to the cookout. You'll have the
Yeah.
best time.
There's no raisins in the potato salad at a good cookout.
No, and the best part is you have to pick a potato salad, which was the best, which you won't be able to do. You won't be able to do because you don't want to insult anybody,
That's
right?
right.
I'm going to insult somebody's mama here.
You're
No, I ain't doing that.
eating everything.
Yeah,
You
just
eat
eat everything.
everything, and yep, 100%.
Well, I'm
Paul, it was
sure
good to see you.
it was good to see you too, brother. It was good to see you too. We should well, next time we'll do a PubCast. I'll send you an invite in advance to let
Yeah,
you can.
yeah, for sure. You know what? And don't ever take it the wrong way that I don't respond to
Oh,
those.
dude, no, I don't worry about
But
it.
when I do have time like this, you're fucking right. I'm here. I fucking miss you guys. I love you
That's the
guys.
thing. When I send out the invites to people, and it's like I don't expect anything. It's like I get it. I'm sending this out last minute. We all have busy lives, man. I get that. So
If you
I'm never
come, you come.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. If you can make it,
it's
great.
just
If not, don't worry
yeah.
about it. It's cool. It's cool.
No,
You know,
it was good to see you, pal.
good to see you too. You
We'll
take care,
talk to you
man.
soon.
All right. Bye. our good friend Ryan Lilly, who I've not seen in a little while. Actually, I miss hanging out with him like that. That was fun. That was a lot. That was a good time. I enjoyed that. It was a good conversation. I don't. What time are we? We are almost. We're after 4 o'clock. Wow, look at that. I think I got to tighten up my mic stand here. It keeps falling on me. There we go. I don't know if Mr. Beaver's going to join in or not. Maybe he can. Maybe he can't. He knows where I am, so if he can make it, great. If not, that's okay too. But it's funny what Ryan just said there. I've had that encounter in a pub on more than one occasion where you're having a great time. You're just having a wonderful conversation. Like he says, you get engaged with somebody else and you come back and he says, all right, take care. And, and then something completely out of left field comes out of that person's mouth. And you're like, oh, okay, take care. It's like a punch to the gut and you don't see it coming. Like, what the thankfully it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it really does shake you because you're like, oh man, I was really enjoying that guy's company, but turns out he's a piece of shit. So that's got to end. That's got to end. Mm-hmm. So Dan sent me check my. Okay, I'll check my Blue Sky there, Dan. Hang on. I got to do it on my phone because again, I didn't put it on this computer because this computer is used for production purposes only. Where is my Blue Sky? I haven't. There it is. Okay, let's see what here we got. We got a message here. You got a message? Do I have a message? A massage? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, cool. Okay, cool. Hang on. I'll see if I can. I will put this. I'll just hold this up to the camera so you can see. This is Dan sitting at home, and he's got. Hang on. You see that? I'm trying to get it without the glare. Ryan Lilly getting sauced. It's food truck takeover, steak and burger seasoning. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Appreciate the heck out of that. Yeah, right. Well, here we go. One more for the road. It's a funny saying when you think about it because I'm just going to be on the sidewalk taking this gear home after I tear it down. Not going to be on the actual road, just the sidewalk. I do suppose I have to cross a street, so maybe that counts as on the road. I don't know. What is this now? What have we got here? There's Estonia closed. Okay, no, that's political. I won't discuss that right now. Sorry, I was just looking at some stuff here in my feed, some messages I've been sent. Will not be discussing any politics today because it's the PubCast, and I don't want to get into politics. Did a little bit last night with the Friday evening weekly wrap up with Mr. Grizzly. We got to come up with a name for that. The Grizzly Friday. Somebody, I can't remember who it was. Somebody sent me something in a chat about, or a link, or I can't remember. Drawing a blank here. The memory's not as good as it once was. It's actually really good. It's just very short. The long-term memory is great. The short-term memory is shit. But I did see something, people suggesting the name for Friday night with the Grizzly, and I can't remember what it was, but the idea is to do it anywhere to go live between 6 and 6:30. It's the idea. For 45 minutes to an hour, nothing crazy, and just sort of wrap up the week that was. And when Mr. Beaver can join, he can join. That's great. It's just my way of sort of contributing to the show because, as you know, I don't get to contribute as much as I once did. So I'll have to record some Grizzly Growls, and it is my intention to do more of them. But like I said, the day kind of gets away from me. I get home usually around 2:30, sometimes 3, depending upon how late I work. But usually around 2:30, and then I take Lola out for a nice long walk, and then it's have a bite to eat. Yeah, I'll have another, please. Thanks. And then next thing you know, it's like 5 o'clock. It's like I don't want to look at a computer right now. I just want to, cuddle up with Lola or hang out with Bridget or do anything other than computer work because I sit in front of one all day long. So that's why I've not been able to contribute to either my ASMR show or put any Grizzly Growls together as of late. So for that, I do apologize, but sometimes life gets in the way. And as Ryan was saying, you run out of gas and it takes a lot. I mean, it's a commitment. it's commitment of your time, and time gets a little bit more precious as you get older, as we all know. But I still love doing this, so it's incumbent upon me to commit to doing more for you because I do this for others. I get satisfaction from it myself, of course. To say otherwise would be a lie, and I am many things, but a liar is not one of them. I don't know if that showed up. There we go. Sorry, which one was that? Oh, that's the audience laughter. Thank you. There we go. The sad trombone. I got another pint in front of me there. So 3 pints of lager and a burger on a Saturday afternoon. My goodness, have a long weekend. I think is always a good time. I love you too, brother. Great catching up with you, man. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate that. Let me just adjust my mic here. Yeah, I might need some Viagra. Viagra? Is it Viagra? Gardening? Freaky Friday with Mr. Grizzly. Well, it could work, yeah. I'm not really a gardening guy, though, because I'm allergic to everything in the garden. I like to eat some of the items from the garden, but not too many because I'm allergic to most of the things that you pull out of the garden to eat. So I can't be in the room if you're preparing potatoes. And by that, I mean if you're peeling and cutting them up, dicing them up to put in a pot to boil to make mashed potatoes, yeah, I can't be in the room. I can eat the mashed potatoes. I can eat a baked potato. I can't prepare them. Snapping the eyes off to wash them, unless I'm wearing a respirator and rubber gloves, I react very badly. It's really pathetic. Go figure, an Irishman is allergic to potatoes. I mean it. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I can't be around a raw potato. I do get the little potato company, the bags from Farm Boy. Those are great. Wheat potatoes, you just throw them in a bowl, nuke them. They're baked. Toss some sour cream and maybe a little bit of salt. Perfect. You got a little meal there. Yeah, I know the Irish would kill me for that, but I can't help. Hey, I still love the Guinness though, and Guinness weather is upon us. Actually, I love Guinness, but it's not. The only time I'll have it in the summer is if I'm in the back of a cold, dark pub. Sticking to the light lager today. These are $8. Guinness is $12.50. So Guinness is special occasion. The occasional Friday evening, and of course St. Patrick's Day, it's just Guinness. Perhaps a shot of Jameson, but I'm not a big Jameson fan. I don't dislike it, but there's better Irish whiskeys as far as I'm concerned, for my personal taste. As the saying goes, the customer is always right in matters of taste. People always leave that last part off. The customer is always right in matters of taste. We need to keep that one going, because a lot of customers seem to think they're right about everything. The customer's always right, in matters of taste. And I don't have the same taste as you. So you're right about that thing that you like, but you're not right about that thing over there that you don't like. Anyway. That is a nice beer. Brewski. Yeah, so I am thinking that in the near future, near future, I guess a few months from now, I'd like to get back out to Calgary to see my buddy, hang out with him for a couple of days, maybe do a weekend if I can, sometime in the next few weeks. It's just a question of timing. I don't like to take time off work because it's a new job, right? Even though I'm entitled to it, I'm reluctant to take time off just yet. That mic just keeps. Hang on a sec here. There we go. There we go. This is called Brewski, Ryan. It's a locally brewed beer. It's brewed for the pub. It's got hints of citrus, and you can smell and taste hops, but it's very light. It's not an IPA, and it's not a hoppy beer. It's a lager. It's a light lager. It's only 4%, so technically a light beer. But I quite enjoy it. And it's $8. So, price is right. But I quite enjoy it as well. So, and it's refreshing on a hot day, even though it's not a hot day. You know, a beer's a beer. And I don't know if you know the old saying. I don't know how old the saying is, but the saying is, there's no such thing as bad beer. There's only better beer. And I'm going to argue with that because I have had beer that has not been good. Quite literally not been good. I've had beer that has been pretty bad. I mean, I still drank it. It's a beer, but it was not good. There's a guy I used to know years ago from Sudbury originally. God damn it! There we go. Maybe that'll stay. I think it's staying. Stay up. Get your mind out of the gutter. Fella from Sudbury. He lives here in Ottawa now. I think he's got 6 kids. My parents know him, oddly enough. He's their optician. And as it turned out, they were in. I'm not going to say where he works, so I'll just say they were in the vicinity, and they went in. My dad went in to get new glasses, and he looks at the name and he goes, "Is your son Paul?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, hey." He goes from one Gord to another because my dad's name is Gord. That's his middle name. My middle name is Gord. My buddy's name is Gord. And he's, yeah, from Gord. Good. Yeah, I know. So anyway, yeah. But then my folks say, "Hey, remember Gord?" Oh, yeah. Huh. He goes, "Yeah, he's our optician." I'm like, wow, small world. He's got 6 kids. So he starts Christmas shopping in January. And he's like, when I find something on sale, I'm like, 6 kids, man. Wow. In the 21st century. That's a lot. It's not super common these days for somebody to have that many children. Yeah, this mic is admittedly very heavy, so yes. Even bad pizza is better than no pizza. A bad workout's better than no workout. I'm trying to find positives here, friends. A bad beer is better than no beer, and that is true. What does the Norwegians say? There's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing choices. And I can actually get on board with that. But I don't know if they've ever experienced a winter like we have in Ottawa, where the humidity is 95% and it's minus 18. And the moment you step outside, it goes right to your bones. I don't know if they've ever experienced that. Yeah, 6 kids in one house. Yeah. Yeah, 6 kids. So 8 people in one house, 6 children and a mom and a dad. I'm like, wow. He said he always wanted to have a lot of kids, and he meant it. And he stuck. You know what? And he had here's what I admire about him. Well, there's actually a number of things I admire about him, because he was a young man knowing this is what I want to do, and he was passionate about it, pursued it, followed it through, and that's what he does, and he still loves it to this day. Still loves what he does. And he's like, "Hey, we should write some songs together." So he'd grab his guitar and I'd grab a guitar and he'd start writing songs right away. And I'm like, I don't, what? I just didn't have the strength, the temerity, the self-assuredness, the confidence to be able to write a song. I always thought it would suck, and everything I ever did write, I thought was terrible. And to be quite honest with you, they're terrible. They're terrible. I don't even think I even kept I don't have sheet music, but I wrote the chords down. I don't even think I kept that. I think I tossed them all. So in all honesty, I couldn't remember any of them. There, that might work. I think I got it tightened up properly now. Yep, I think we're good. So yeah, I can't remember any of the songs I once wrote, and again, none of them were any damn good. And because it was so much self-doubt, all I ever thought was, imposter syndrome, number 1, and number 2. I thought it had to be really complicated because, the music I was listening to, like Rush, Zeppelin, Sabbath, some esoteric metal stuff, Extreme, all these amazing Van Halen, all these amazing guitar players. I thought it had to be complex chord structures. Listening to prog, if you're going to listen to prog rock and want to be a musician, unless you have a natural aptitude, don't. You'll end up hating yourself because, look, I don't have a guitar player hand. See this pinky? It's way too short. It's way too short. The rest of them aren't too bad, but this pinky's too short. Now, that being said, Django Reinhardt is one of the greatest guitar players ever lived, only had 3 fingers. Or was it 2? I got to look it up. I can't remember. Django Reinhardt was a genius gypsy jazz player, French jazz player in the 20s. An absolute monster, and he created sounds that nobody could duplicate for a long time. Tony Iommi, who was the songwriter and lead guitar player for Black Sabbath, had cut off the tips of 2 of his fingers, and he thought, that's it, that's the end of my guitar playing career. And then somebody introduced him to Django Reinhardt and thought this guy could do it with 2 fingers. It was 2 fingers. Like, oh, well, maybe I can do this. So he made plastic bits he'd put over his fingers, and he'd loosen his strings and tone his guitar way down, which is what gave it some of that big, heavy sound for Black Sabbath, if you're a fan. And yeah, it worked. He figured out a way to do it, but he had a gift and a natural aptitude to begin with. Some of us don't. And since my hearing loss in this ear, playing guitar is not as much fun for me anymore. Because, I used to turn my head and hear the guitar this way and I could sing to it. Well, now I got to turn this way, which is unnatural because I'm playing, this is my chording hand, right? So I'm like, it's just, if I turn this way, I can't hear. If I turn this way, I can hear, but I might mix up a chord because I still have to check because I'm not very good. And it just feels unnatural to be turned away from the fretboard. But that's how I have to do it to hear. So trying to sing and look at the fretboard, make sure you're in the right position. Anyway, maybe I'm complicating things, but that's just kind of how it went for me. I'm not sad. I realize I was not cut out to be a musician. The lifestyle is I mean, it's pretty crazy. To start out, I mean, you're doing crazy-esque, and I've had a lot of friends who did it and then finally walked away from it because they're like, I realize it's too much work. And I have friends who've had a lot of success, don't get me wrong, but they come to the realization that, eventually there's only like, I don't know, X number of individuals who can stay on top for X number of years. And record companies will rob you blind. They do. It's brutal. If you've ever listened to stories from any of the rock stars from the past, you'll know what I'm talking about. That's why so many of them sell their catalogs these days. I don't blame them. It's theirs. They can do whatever they want with it. Well, they sold it out and now it's being used in a commercial. What do you care? They got paid. It's their job. That was their job, to write music. They wrote music. It was successful. And now that they're entering their twilight years, they don't want to have to tour anymore because they're tired. And the road can really take its toll on you. Rush hasn't done a gig in 10 years. Now, Geddy and Alex did the Taylor Hawkins tribute show. But other than that, they really, they haven't played together publicly live in 10 years. Which is why they, decided let's go back out on tour because they missed it so much. Now that's all they've done for 50 years is tour and play. I get it, but they've had enough success and they got success when they were younger. That at the stage they're at now, they can determine exactly what they want to do and when they want to do it. If you're in your 30s and you're a touring musician right now, you're going to play a lot of gigs that are going to suck. Your record company's going to screw you over. There's some artists who have been fairly large, sort of, I won't say mainstream artists, but pop artists that people know of that have walked away from the industry because they're like, I'm not making any money. Record sales aren't a thing anymore. It's all about live. And you can only spend so many nights a year on the road before you just burn out. In the 70s and 80s and the 60s as well, it was you'd put out a record and then you'd tour to sell the record. Well, now you put out a record so you can go on tour. There's only about maybe a dozen artists, maybe a dozen, who literally will put out a record, go on tour to support that record, sell tons of that record, and make a ton of money on tour. A handful, maybe a dozen, maybe 20. Maybe we could go as high as 20. The Rolling Stones haven't put out a record in a while. They put out one just a couple years ago. First record in about, I think, 8 or 10 years. They kept touring because they've got the back catalog, and people want to go see the Stones. I mean, come on. Do I want to hear a single song off their new record? Maybe one or two, maybe, if I've heard enough. Mixed Emotions off the Steel Wheels tour was a big hit. It was their best and biggest record for a long time, but that was 1989. That's 36 years ago. U2, they put on a new record, go on tour for the new record, have 3 or 4 big hits off that record, and when you go and sell that record, still multi-platinum, you go to see them in concert. It's the same lineup since day one, and they're still selling millions of records. You'll never see anything like that ever again, where a band is together for that long and still selling. I mean, Rush, they started in 1969. The first record came out in 1974, and they built from there. And they built from there as brilliant musicians. Whether or not you like their music is, another thing altogether. But brilliant musicians. Oh, the Reclaws. Is it the Reclaws or the Reclaws? I know the band, Dan. Yeah, I know who they are. They're good. I've seen them, actually. I can't remember where I saw them, but they're good. But it's a tough grind, man. Trying to make it in the music business. Whew. It's a lot more organized and better today than it's ever been. I mean, in the 70s and 80s, it really was truly amateur hour. I mean, it was a joke. I mean, now let's say, well, I'll take an example, a single example. Lady Gaga touring under Live Nation. Live Nation gave her X number of, I think, $40 or $50 million. She put a show together, did a tour. Everything's professionally managed and handled right from the get-go. You have professionals who do all of this today. You show up in a city, and it's a union-run shop that sets up your gear. You don't have to think or worry about it. You only take a few people on the road with you. Most of the people who set up, unload, load and unload are not traveling with you. They're local people, but when they're union people, part of IATSE, which is the union that does theater work and live events and that sort of thing, they're absolute professionals in what they do. In the 70s and 80s, it was a different story, man. You go from one town to the next, the PA system, maybe it didn't work, maybe it did work, and maybe it was your PA. But you have local guys who don't know what the hell they're doing. So you'd bring on more of a bigger road crew. Well, that just means more people that are on payroll. So there's less and less money for the band. It's big business, don't get me wrong, but it's not for the faint of heart. And I can guarantee you this, it's not easy. Like any job, it has its challenging moments. And I've seen people get tossed by the wayside, I've seen folks who have been able to tough it out and make a living at it, and I'm so happy for them. I mean, how wonderful is it to be able to earn a living doing what you love and live for? That's wonderful. I know some musicians who are able to eke out a living, but still have a full-time job somewhere. Because trying to be a full-time musician in this day and age, sure you can. Well, it's complex. You can record a great sounding record with a laptop and a couple of microphones and a small mixing console in your bedroom and sell millions of records. Billie Eilish did just that. You can do that. You can record a record without ever setting foot in a studio today. And it could be a really good sounding record. And that is absolutely true. More so than it's ever been in the past. At any point in history, for that matter. But getting airplay, getting on the radio, that's a different story. And just because your stuff's on Spotify, well, unless you have 1 billion streams, you're getting paid, but it ain't much. Now, if you own your production costs, you own your publishing rights, you own 100% of everything, and you can put it on Spotify, you might be able to make some money at that. But if it's a record company that puts it on Spotify, they're getting paid before you. It's a dirty business, man. It's a dirty business. They always play that. No, I know they've been at games before, Dan, but I think I've seen them play an actual gig somewhere. I can't remember where it was. It might have been at a festival somewhere. High Valley, I've seen them. They're from Alberta. They're not twin brothers, but they could be. Two good-looking fellows, I'll tell you what. Do a couple of good-looking Canadian kids. What a beauty. Oh, yeah, eh? What time are we? It's 20 to 5. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. I'm going to hang out for another 20 minutes-ish. And I'll shut her down. Shutting her down around 5. If Mr. Beaver can jump in, he wants to take over, he's welcome to do so. I'm going to shut her down around 5 o'clock, though. So that'll be almost 3 hours worth, which is, I think that's good. Listen to me for 3 hours is probably going to drive some people to drink. Like me. Tasty beverage. So yeah, if you ever get into the music business, I hope it works out for you. I know it's not easy. I know it's difficult, and I know it takes a ton of work. But anything in life worthwhile doing is going to take a lot of work. Nothing's ever easy. It may look easy to you, and you may think somebody's had a great break, and some people do get great breaks, but it's what you do with the break. You get an opportunity, maybe you hit a home run, maybe a strikeout. But at least you got up to the plate. So for that, I salute you. All right, brother Dan, good to see you. Got to run. Have a good one. First Saturday of November, 1 p.m. at the pub. Okay. It's Saturday, November. I'll check the calendar. Maybe we'll do something. We did one road show where I went down to Kingston, but it was we had some technical issues and glitches, and timing didn't work out the way I wanted to, and there was other things I had to take care of in the background. But I think the next time I do a road gig, we'll have it planned out better. And the planning was my part. It was my mistake. Planned out better, and I will show up the night before so that I can set up the morning of and do the gig. So I don't know where the next road gig will be. Maybe Toronto, maybe Kingston. I don't know. Find a nice pub. We could do another PubCast. I've got all the gear I need and then some. So yeah, we'll do another one. Let me just check the calendar here. I'm trying to, because like I said earlier, I am trying to figure out if I can get down to see my buddy in Kingston, who I'd love to. My buddy just said he was lying down for a nap. Yeah, I'll see. See what we can do. Maybe where's the calendar? Where's my calendar? There it is. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look at November. November 1st is a Saturday, actually. Yeah, it's a Saturday. What pub, Dan? What pub? You're going to be? Where are you going to be? Gotta run first Saturday, November 1 at the pub. Which pub? Are you here in Ottawa? If you're here in Ottawa for November 1st, we'll do a show here at the pub that day. Otherwise, just let me know, and we'll figure it out. It's pardon me. It's always a good time. Always a good time. Well, right now I'm at Lieutenant's Pump, 361 Elgin Street. Beautiful downtown Ottawa. Canada's capital, just a few short blocks away from Parliament Hill. If I went out the front door, turned right, and walked for 5 minutes, I'd be at the National War Memorial, the Cenotaph, which is it's literally right at the end of the street here. So, yeah, it's chilling at the pump. And of course, we do want to, and I talked to Douglas about this. We do want to put together at some point in time like a big live event where we invite people to come and join us in the pub. And we're working our way up to a bigger venue eventually, but we'd like to, for the podcast in the future where we have people join us, have live audience, but live participants where I can turn a camera around and hand a wireless mic to somebody, and you can join in the conversation. We'll have a panel of people here, of course. We did it for our first mental health walk. This year's mental health walk didn't go according to plan, but that was largely because we just didn't have the time to put it together the way we wanted it to. Okay, well, Dan, if you're in Ottawa that weekend, buddy, we'll do a pubcast, and you can join us right here live in the pub on November 1st. There, we're going to give you the heads up right now, folks. November 1st, Saturday, we'll do a pubcast. I'll schedule it with the staff here. Let them know we'll be back on that date, and Dan will join us from Toronto. Dan will join us. Hopefully, Mr. Beaver can be here. I'm not sure if he can or not. I'm going to have to check with him, but we can get some more people to join us for that. Hey, there you go. So November 1st. Saturday, November 1st will be the next pubcast. I'm going to call it right now because we'll have Dan here for the first time. You've never been to Ottawa before, eh, sir? I don't think you have. So we'll have Dan in the pub, and we'll do a pubcast, and hopefully we can get some people to join us. That's the plan, anyway, to have as many people join us as possible, so we can have a good time, eh? Have a good time. We'll because we know that the next one is on the 1st of November. That gives us 21 days to promote it. So let's promote it. November 1st. That will be the next pubcast. I am looking forward to that. I get to meet Dan in person. I know he's met Mr. Beaver, but Dan and I have not met in person yet. We've chatted a lot, and I've been down to Toronto a few times, but we just couldn't get our schedules to line up. Okay, so you were here in 2008 for a hockey game. Okay. Oh, yeah, we did. Don't worry, buddy. Pubcast, no politics. No politics, no religion. We don't discuss those things during the pubcast. The pubcast, we talk about everything else. Everything under the sun. There's no set format. It's let's just sit down, shoot the shit, see where the conversation goes. And having people here live in person, or normally I have Mr. Beaver with me, and the conversation just goes where it goes. And having two or three or four or five people really helps to take it in interesting directions. So, yeah, anybody wants to join us, you're welcome to. So that will be the next pubcast. I'll have to let Mr. Beaver know. It will be the Saturday, November 1st. If he can be here, great. If not, he can join remotely. I mean, that's always fun, right? Oh, that's such a good beer. So yeah, for those of you who want to come and show up in person, love it if you could make it. And here's the thing: come on out. You don't have to appear on camera. You can sit right there. There's gallery. There's lots of tables here right in front of us. You can have a seat there. I won't turn the camera around. If anybody says I don't want to appear on camera, you won't. It's as simple as that. But having people here to add to the conversation, we can hand a mic, and you don't have to show up on camera. We can just hear a detached voice, and somebody can ask questions, and we can respond accordingly, like a Q&A panel, which I think could be a lot of fun. I mean, the chat's pretty cool for Q&A, but it's a lot of fun. I think if we have people actually here with us, we can have a real live pubcast experience. And I think that'll be a good time. Yeah, so let's spread the word. I'll put together a promo reel, and I will advertise it. That probably will add to our subscriber numbers, but I'm hoping it adds to our audience numbers too. So yeah, anybody who wants to come out, hang out. We're still working on a few different interviews with a few different folks from different walks of life, entertainers, some politicians, some former politicians, some athletes. We're trying to line up a few different people. That's all I can tell you right now. Some names, I think you'd be familiar with everybody, actually, to be quite honest with you. And we're hoping to line them up in the near future. But schedules, conflicts, life happens. We can't always make things happen the way we want to, and because we're not paying anybody to appear on this show, because we don't have the budget for that. It's up to the goodness of somebody's heart. if they wish to appear live, or even for a recorded interview. And we appreciate it. And people do understand that it helps spread the word and get their message out. And we like to do that for good causes, but also, there's interesting people we want to talk with and learn more about them. So, yeah, we've got a few interviews lined up in the near future. Hopefully, we can make them happen and bring them to you. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a couple of former politicians we're hoping to get online and maybe collaborate with a couple of them, actually. I think you know who we might be talking about. I'm not talking politics today. I'm just talking about the show. A couple of athletes and a couple of entertainers we've been having conversations with and trying to line up a time when we could actually do an interview, in-depth interview, long format. And we've told the folks, is like, how much time do you want? They're like, well, I can give you this much time. I'm like, yeah, no problem. We work with your schedule. You tell us what it is, and we'll figure out a way to make it happen. I'm willing to, if I have to take time off work for some of the interviews we're working on, I will do it. And that's the absolute truth. If there are literally folks who we've been trying to track down, said I can only do it on this date at this time, I'm like, no problem. I will drop things to make it happen. That's all I can say right now. Actually, I don't want to give away too much, but we've got a few interviews tentatively scheduled, and hopefully we can bring them to you soon. Hopefully, we'll see. Time will tell. All right, it's almost wrap up time. Almost. Oh, 1 second. Here we go. This mic keeps slowly dripping down. What can I say? The mic, it's a heavy mic, and this mic arm is supposed to be able to support it, but I'm afraid if I crank it any tighter, I might break it. I don't want to do that because this arm was like $150, which, I can't even tell you. Like, if I added up all of the stuff, oh, well beyond 20 grand. Lights, mics, cables, patch cables, consoles, headphones, cases, mic stands, keyboards, computers. It adds up quickly. Cameras, yeah. Well, I bought the drone for the purpose of shooting footage, and I brought it with me to Yellowknife, and I couldn't get it to launch. I thought it was broken. So I get back to the Airbnb, and I go online, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you can't fly drones in Yellowknife. You can go way out into Old Town, way out to the far point. You can fly a drone, but that's it. It's because of the flight paths in Yellowknife. Everything goes right over the city in an X pattern, and it's a pretty wide berth because the airport is north of the city, and you just can't fly a drone. You can't. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to. I didn't think of that in advance. I brought the drone with me. I didn't end up using it because of that, which was a shame because it was like, oh, I could have got some really great shots, but no, it literally will not fly. It I don't know if there's a signal sent out or what the case is, and it's under. I don't because the drone that I'm using it's under 250 grams. I don't need a license to do it, but it literally is shut down, and they do have zones where they can not shut it down, but prevent you from flying. So anyway, that was the case. So I didn't get any drone footage from Yellowknife. I apologize. I did get some good footage though, and I have to compile it for the new channel I intend to launch. Again, I was supposed to launch it in June. I'm hoping for December 1st. I still have more footage to shoot, a couple of interviews to do, and a couple of places to visit. So I don't want to start with like one piece of content. I want to start with a lot of content, and you can just watch it at your leisure. And then I'll do like a Netflix style release where I'll just drop everything all at once. You can watch it at your leisure, and then I will add to it as time goes on. So Apple pie or apple crumble? I'm an apple pie guy. I like an apple, anything cooked apple, to be honest with you, Dano. But apple pie I prefer over apple crumble. But it's close. It's like they're about a hair apart. Okay. Blueberry pie is good. Actually, cheesecake, cherry cheesecake, any sort of pie, any of the cheesecakes, any of the pies. Occasionally a slice of cake. I'm not a big cake guy. More pie and cheesecake. Not, cake, but cheesecake. Anyway, cupcakes are good though. Who doesn't love a good cupcake or a nice blueberry muffin? Blueberry muffin. And I'm not one for sweets, but go figure. I like a blueberry muffin. I think it's the blueberries and the muffin. Sorry, I was trying to be funny. Alrighty. Well, we're about pretty close to wrap up time, I think. What are we looking at here? Another couple of minutes, and we can wind it down. So, as we, the royal we, myself, and I, carrot muffins. Not a big fan. I've had a couple of good ones though. I'm not gonna. I've had some carrot cake that I've enjoyed, but carrot muffins not so much. It's something about vegetables in my cake. But carrot cake, I've had a couple of good ones. I'm not gonna lie, I have. And I don't like carrots, but I've had a couple of good carrot cakes. More of a coffee cake guy, Yeah. Now I suddenly want dessert. No, I'm not going to have any. I think I'll have another barley sandwich though. All right, folks. Thank you for taking time out of your day to hang out with us. I appreciate that. It's been spice cake. Oh. Yeah. Okay. It's been a fun afternoon. Chill. Thanksgiving. I hope that everybody everywhere is having a chance to spend some time with loved ones. Uh, Maybe not your own family, but the family you make, because families can be complicated, and not everybody can be with their family, and we know why. And we're not going to dig into that can of worms because, yeah, you can cuss live, Dan. Don't worry about that. You can say whatever the fuck you want. All right. There you go. So thanks for coming out, folks. I appreciate you. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I hope that wherever you are, you get to experience some time with family, some time with friends, maybe a turkey meal. I don't know. Maybe you're vegan, so you just eat all the potatoes and peas and carrots. And I don't know. I hope you get to spend time with people that you love and care for. How's that? That's what Thanksgiving is for, really. After all, the meal is kind of secondary. Well, actually, it's not. The meal is very important. It is, because, after all, food is what unites us. It's what breaks down all barricades and barriers. And food is the one thing that we all require on Earth, other than water and air. Those three things, and we can survive. And because we all have to eat, a lot of cultures can get together and share. All right. That's about as philosophical as I'm going to get today. This mic is driving me nuts. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. So November 1st will be our next PubCast. Dano's going to join us here live in person. I'm excited about that. And anybody else wants to join, or just join to watch live, which could be fun. I think we'll put a feed up on the TV right here, so you can watch the live YouTube feed, so that you can appreciate what's happening, what's taking place. Until we meet again, my friends, thank you to Corvid Moon Publishing and Miss V Mysteries, along with the Peppermaster, and of course psychictarot.ca. I think it's .ca. I'll gotta check again later. We appreciate our founding sponsors. We appreciate each and every one of you, especially those who've been able to help us out when we've needed it. And I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am for each and every one of you for contributing to me personally, financially, when I was really struggling. You made a huge difference in my life, and I don't know if I can ever repay it, So are you okay if I try and pay it forward? Because that's kind of like what I'd like to do is pay it forward and help somebody else who needs it. Because we all could use a helping hand from time to time. And take thanks, and I'm taking thanks for that right now. Thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for keeping us in your morning ritual. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Saturday afternoon in the pub. Thank you for paying attention and trying to help better this nation by keeping informed and helping to inform others. All right. Gonna take off, and looking forward to November 1st. And Monday I am available. I don't know if Mr. Beaver is or not. I can't remember if he said he was available, but either way, I will take my leave, and I will see you Monday, no matter what.